Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good evening. And this is a impromptu. Well, as it says in the title, it's a rare Tuesday topic time here. Uh, for our Mikey's Who's For channel. Of course, I'm Mikey. If you don't know me already, what cave did you just crawl out of? Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. Um, my beautiful wife, Suzanne, is over here monitoring, and she is looking as lovely as ever. Mwah. And she did a lot of cleaning up today in the kitchen. We cleaned out a lot of stuff. We did like about four bagfuls of recyclables and put and threw them out. So we've done some fall cleaning. Yeah, but we're gonna take a break this weekend, and then we'll still have the part two of our Planet of the Apes franchise stream on this coming Friday night at 10:30 p.m. as we said. Um, then the following week we're just gonna have the one webcam for Canadian Thanksgiving, which will be on the 14th. That'll be Monday. And when Suzanne is ready with the meal, I'll show it on the webcam on the screen and everything, and yeah. And then the following Friday on the 18th will be our next stream. Then, uh, for part three and the final part of the franchise, covering the last three prequel movies. Because on this coming Friday, we'll do the remaining four of the originals, and then the remaining three of the prequels the following Friday. So yeah, because we've already covered the very first one of Planet of the Apes from '68. Then we did the 2001, the only remake, which Tim Burton made, and then we did the first one, which was Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which featured James Franco and Andy Serkis as Caesar. So um, then we're still doing our one stream this month on the 30th of October, which is going to be uh, covering just in brief detail both series of the Adams Family and the Munsters, two of the best, in our honest opinion, of the Halloween type shows they had on back in the day. We'll also do brief reviews of the movies that came from each of those franchises. So that will all occur on the 30th. Now, if we don't finish any of that, um, if we only get like some of it, we don't finish. Um, if we, go too late or whatever, um, then the following day on Halloween night, on the 31st, I'll be there with Raquel, and we'll just cover it from there. So, okay. Yeah, Anchorman, give me about 5 more minutes, okay? And I'll send you the link through your normal through through Facebook Messenger. Yeah. That's the only thing I wanted to explain here first before we get started. So yeah, Anchorman, give me a couple minutes, okay? Um, yeah. So there's Anchorman. Yeah, says could I have the link? Yeah, no problem, sir. I'll get you in a couple minutes, okay? Just want to let people know what's going on. One other thing here, real quick. All right. Okay, so like I said, so streams. Let me just repeat the streams. I won't repeat when the webcams are because we can do that later. Um, but the streams this month will be on the 11th of October, which is a Friday. Then the following Friday, October 18th. Then on a Wednesday night, which is October 30th. Those are the only three streams that we're doing here at Mikey's for this month. Then next month we're doing just one stream. That's going to be on November 28th. We'll do the regular webcams as normal, per the week and everything we do. But the only thing we're doing next month is one stream only. That is going to be on American Thanksgiving, which is November 28th. And I don't know the time for that yet. But I do believe I believe it follows on a Thursday night. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, let me get my schedule. Let me take a look at the schedule one more time. Okay, yes, on a Thursday night, November 28th, is when we're planning to do the one stream next month for Thanksgiving. It's also going to be celebrating my father's 80th birthday. So it'll be a double celebration that night. We'll just do the one stream for that night. And then on December, we're going to have, um, let's see, one, two. Okay, right now we have planned for just three streams. Well, two streams, I'm sorry. Um, we do have planned uh, Christmas Eve, which is the 24th of December. And that is just taking a look at my schedule. Okay, that is on a Tuesday. And then remember, we're not doing any webcams except for the one, which is going to be on a Sunday night, which is on December 1st. Uh, yeah. Okay, Anchorman. Yeah, I'll be there and just give me a couple minutes. Um, so Tuesday, December 24th, and then I'll be doing a Wednesday Christmas Day stream with Raquel and gang. And then Thursday, I believe I'm going to do one stream for us for Canadian Boxing Day, Canada's Boxing Day. So that is on a Thursday night. And then the last stream of the year for us here at our channel will be Tuesday night, the 31st of December. And that'll be at 8 p.m. We're going to start Eastern time, 7 o'clock Gorillas time. And we're going to bring in the new year in 4 different time zones, and then we'll include all of Europe in one and everything else back in the Far East and everything, Australia and that and so on another. So we'll take care of all that. Okay. So that's the plans we got in place from now until the end of the year. As I said, periodically I may just keep quoting just going the next day time and frame that we have coming up with our next stream or our next webcam. Now, for this month, the webcams will start again starting October 21st. And hi, Lemon Pie. Be right with you, sir. Give me a moment. Thank you, sir. There we go. Okay, so starting October 21st, which is a Monday, we will go back into our weekly webcams Monday through Thursday. It will now be Red Dwarf Mondays, TOS Tuesdays, TGAH, which is the Greatest American Hero Wednesdays, and Thursdays, the 18th. And that, like I said, 2 episodes review each of those 4 days. That'll start again on the 21st of October. Like I said, we'll go all the way to the very end of November, the last Thursday in November, which is November 28th. Then we won't have any other webcams in December except for that one on December 1st. And then that's it. And then we'll just do whatever the streams we planned on. So, alrighty. Okay, Scott, I need to send this to not only yourself but others. So give me a few moments. Okay. So Anchorman says I got too much anxiety lately. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. And howdy from Sir Lemon. Hello, Sir Lemon Pie. Good to see you, sir. He says hi, Mikey and Anchorman. Anchorman says hey to Lemon Pie. Okay. So our latest one there. Okay. All right. So let me oh, I hope this is you, Scott. Okay. And we'll send one to Jim. Let's send one to Raquel. And let's see. Let's see if Larry has. And let's try Moira. Um, like that. Yes. That. And only went to Gorilla. Okay. Let's see. All right. So hit the like, folks. Anchorman will bring you up here and give me 2 minutes, okay? I see you in the backstage. Don't get too anxious, okay? Don't freak out on me. Scotty, Lemon Pie, okay. Hello, Dinks. Hello, Jim. This is Jim's 8,000 plus subs video. Check it out. Jim, you think from Lemon. Hello, Moira. Meow meow. I sent you a link, honey, through your Facebook. And hi, Miss Frosty. Hey, Mikey and everyone. Good to see you. And Moira from Lemon. Moira from Miss Frosty. And Hugs Lemon Pie Purr. And Hugs. And Lemon says, hello, Miss Frosty. Nice to meet you. And sorry, stupid keyboard. I know how that is. All right. And Jim says, hi to Lemon Pie, Anchorman, Moira Kitty, Miss Frosty. And Meow Jim from Moira. And she's got a happy face. Hi, Jim from Miss Frosty. Moira gave me hugs boots. Oh, hugs. Yeah. And purr to Lemon Pie. And Meow Mikey. And hi, Lemon Pie. Awesome. Okay. Give me just a minute, folks. I just need to. There's Miss Royer Kitty. Okay, so let's welcome to the stage. First off, we have our friend Scott Anchorman. How you doing, sir?
Hello.
And
meow.
we have and we have our meow Moira Kitty. How you doing, Moira? How you doing, Anchorman?
It could be better.
Oh, what's wrong?
I just
You go ahead. You tell him. You tell her.
I got too much work drama and worried about a lot of things.
Oh, I send you hugs.
Yep.
No, thank you.
She sent big hugs. Any good hugs from Moira is a great hug indeed. So is from Miss. So is from our beautiful Miss Raquel. I did send her a link to Moira, so hopefully she can come in. And I sent one to Larry, and also sent one to Jim's landscape, and if Gorilla wants to come in, he was feeling a little under the weather, and so I think he postponed his cigar lounge tonight. So I
Oh,
just told him, yeah, yeah, because I was looking forward to it. So I told him, you know what? You know what I told him? I said, Gorilla, I said, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and do a impromptu, a rare Tuesday night topic time, and
yeah.
we'll just talk about anything, and well, except for the obvious taboo subjects, but just want everybody to have fun in the chat. And serve her. And Lemon says, I've been unable to attend some of your daytime streams, Mikey. Day is hard. I know, sir. I know. Um, we're like I said, that's really the only time I can figure of doing a stream is when I get up and when it gets close to noontime or whatever, that's the best time to do it. Yeah. And just to do a couple of I just did finish my ISIS Secrets of ISIS reviews. So now I've got uh per everybody's request, next the next Tuesday or well Monday is still Red Dwarf. That'll start again on the 21st of October, as I stated before. But then on Tuesdays now it'll be TOS Tuesdays. So I will be doing 2 episode reviews of the original Star Trek. So all of those episodes. So I'm looking forward to that. Moira's hugs do help. Yes, they do. And
Oh.
yeah, Gorilla hasn't been as active now. I know why. Yeah, he's been under the weather, my friend. Yeah. No problem. I'm not asking you to change your schedule. Oh, just explain why you don't see me there some days. That's fine, sir.
You
That's
know.
fine. That's totally fine.
Anyway, I didn't
And
realize you were going to be live. I had just got done watching a movie I'd never heard of before, but thanks to TikTok, I was like, "Ooh, this looks interesting." And it's called The Best of Enemies. It's got Sam Rockwell in it, and
oh, cool.
I can't remember the other lady's name, but she was in Hidden Figures, playing one of those ladies at NASA does really good with math.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like she's in it. And it's like a really good. Almost any movie that has Sam Rockwell is good, except for The Green Mile. He was creepy as fuck. Fuck that. Oh my goodness, Deadpool! Ooh.
That's Spider-Man. Wow. Wow, Anchorman. That's cool. Is that what you're gonna wear for Halloween this year?
I just feel like wearing it.
Oh, well, that's
Yes,
totally
Lily
cool.
Pie, of course you can,
Yeah.
Lily Pie.
Yeah.
Up
Moira, when we're yeah,
he's in the south. I'm guessing he's further south than me for saying come up there.
sure can. Yeah, but there you go. There you go. I mean, she's giving you an invite.
Oh, he's asking a
Now, if
question.
you
I
want to,
gotta whisper it.
now if you want to stay, yeah. Now, if you want to stay further and safer, you can come out into Canada or get across somehow when when all the refugees start, piling in and whatever.
I'm not entirely sure that Canada is going to be like the beacon of hope.
Maybe.
Like
I don't
if
know. I'm guessing at that point,
I gotta whisper like nobody can hear me.
Oh,
Publicly.
oh, I see.
We don't talk about
Okay.
that publicly.
And it's got a pew pew.
No,
And
he's
I'm
asking.
in South Texas. Well, Lemon's he's in South Texas.
Oh
Um,
goodness.
yeah, so he could probably, well, Moira's in Oklahoma and Raquel's in Texas, Lemon. So I'm sure either one of them will put you up if anything goes south or goes nuts. Uh,
Oh
yeah, whichever way you want to go. Um, so, um, really, we could just probably talk about the holidays. We know the holidays are. I'll pick up Raquel on the way. Oh, that sounds
nice.
good. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then Jim says, "Hey, Tankerman, would you like to be my Star Trek fan film?" Uh, Anchorman, he's asking if you want to be a part of his fan film, the next fan film he does.
That'd be fun. But
Yeah.
like,
Um,
be up to
I
my.
can get you, yeah, I can get you Jim's through Facebook through your messenger. I could get you Jim's Landscapes channel on Facebook. And then you can, send him a message or whatever
Yeah,
if you want.
you
Yeah,
can
I
send me
can
his
do that.
account.
I can do that after the stream tonight
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want me
yeah.
to. I can send you your name to him, okay? So that way
Okay.
only he knows it, nobody else would know it. He doesn't share that information. So yeah. So if you want me to do that, let me know later on, okay? And I'll send you information to him.
Mhm.
And get in, Raquel. It's me, Lemon. Let's rip. Okay. Wow, Lemon. I'm telling you, he's on it. He's on it tonight.
Oh,
Are you okay, Moira?
I just had to cough up a hairball.
Oh, hairball. Of course. Well, so let's see. Let's see what's happening. Okay. So the way I see it as far as holidays go, uh, I hope to participate with you, Moira and Raquel, in your holiday streams that she's planning. Um,
Yeah, he
till
doesn't
the
want
end of
to
the
talk
year.
about it.
Right, till the end of the year. Um, which is like I said, the 31st of October. Then November 28th is going to be Thanksgiving for the rest of the country of the U.S. In November, and then Christmas Day, or yeah, Christmas Eve, the 24th, the 25th, and our Boxing Day here in Canada is another major holiday. That's on the 26th. I'm thinking of planning a stream for that day. I don't know if I am or not. I haven't thought about it yet, but it's available if anybody wants us to do a Canadian Boxing Day stream. Um, and then the last one, of course, would be the 31st. I'm sorry?
What does one do on a Boxing Day?
Canadian Boxing Day, well, that's, the day after Christmas. So here, everybody goes nuts and reboxes stuff and buys
Oh,
things that are on a discount, anywhere from 50 to 75% off. So,
oh, okay. I didn't know if it
and
was
then
like
they
y'all had like
rebox things.
boxing matches or something, because that would have been kind of cool.
Oh no, it's just it's like it's like the day after Christmas in the United States.
Okay.
It becomes a version of Black Friday, Suzanne
All
says,
right.
but after Christmas up here in Canada. So yeah,
Okay.
Boxing Day. Yeah. So we're thinking of doing that. And like I said, and then of course you and Raquel and everybody that I invite will be invited to come and bring in the new year 2025 from each of your different time zones. And so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Um, let's see. Lemon says that actually a good movie plot, World War III breaks out, and you two friends meet up to survive it. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And hello, Burger414. Good evening, Booger. Was going to say hello earlier, but had to take a work call. Hey, no worries, sir. Work and real life is important first. Let's see. Okay. And then hi to 414 from Lemon. And Lemon says Boxing Day is when the Brits go out to the pork people to try to box them. You wish. Oh, Lemon. Oh, man. You'd have to check that out yourself, my friend. You'd have to come up here and check that out yourself. Um, let's see. Okay, so far we've had Anchorman come in. Thank you. Lemon,
You're
we have
welcome.
Chip, Moira, Miss Frosty, Booger, and okay. So we're good. We're good so far. And then Jim's Landscapes is hi to Booger414. Okay, cool. So, um, so Miss Moira, um, what plans do you have for the rest of this year as far as the holidays go?
Man, you were asking me to plan way ahead. But All right, so like a little, I really don't like Christmas, so we're not gonna do like warm, fuzzy Christmas movies. We're gonna have things like Nightmare Before Christmas, Die Hard. We're gonna have manly Christmas and like slightly dark, grim Christmas. Nothing too
Yeah.
graphic. I'm not usually into that, and I do
Oh,
believe
sure,
that
sure, sure.
is it Nosferatu coming out around that time?
Well, there is Nosferatu, right, which is coming out right on Christmas Day.
Well,
Nosferatu.
I will see how soon the website has it. There's times when sometimes a movie shows up a week before it comes out in theaters, so I don't know how it'll
Uh-huh.
go, but so I can't plan that until I see that.
Sure,
But yeah,
sure.
it'll be like some like little kind of fun Christmas movie, but nothing too cheesy probably, unless Raquel talks me into it. Then it might.
Well, I know
The
that,
Halloween Cow thing is her idea, so
yeah.
she's
Well, I
talking me
know
into
that
it.
Suzanne and I are planning to go see uh the preview for uh Venom 3, The Last Dance. That comes out on October 24th. Yeah. We usually go to the 7:30 matinee the day before it premieres everywhere, which is Friday the 25th of October. Um so yeah, we plan on doing that. Um then we really haven't thought of any other movies after that other than maybe Nosferatu, for Christmas. Because
Right.
we both saw it in the theater, the trailer. Thought it looked really good and it looked scary, so I think that'd
Yeah,
be cool for, Christmas.
yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. I like movies that are a little bit scary, but not like disgusting and like really horrifying. I don't like that.
Right.
So, like
Right.
vampire movies, I can usually work with.
It's usually good. It's usually, and I like Willem Dafoe. I mean, he's one of my
Oh yeah,
favorite
he's
actors.
awesome.
I love this guy. So if
That
he's
dude
in it,
always looks
I
so
know it's gonna,
menacing.
yeah.
Dude always looks
And
so
it has that,
menacing. After 40 years.
sure. And Anchorman. I wanted to ask you, did you ever get to see that movie Renfield? That one actor that plays Renfield, and Nicolas Cage was Dracula.
I did not see that in theaters. I thought about renting it at the library, but I just never got around to it.
You really should see it. It's really good. It's really funny.
Who likes
Yeah,
it?
it is a little scary. It is a little Renfield. Yeah, it's a little scary, but it is actually very funny. It's got some comedy. Uh, and the actor who plays Renfield also is going to be in Nosferatu, and he's going to play Harker, the lawyer that goes
Cool.
to Dracula's castle in
That's
Nosferatu. So, yeah, looks really good. Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
I am too. We're both. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not
We were
usually
thinking of
excited
seeing
about
a
movies
Christmas
coming
film.
out.
Well, we were thinking
Right.
of seeing a Christmas film like Red One or something, but we just thought, yeah, let's just do, throw something out there, something different, and just, you know, and do the Nosferatu thing. That looks actually pretty good. Yeah, it does look great. Let's see. Booker 414 says, I thought Boxing Day was the day set aside to celebrate the robot from Logan's Run.
I
Oh,
wish
when
I
you
had a
reach
red jewel.
Sanctuary?
Yeah, I wish I could put a red jewel in the center of my
I
palm right
just
now,
turned
just for
30.
funny.
Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, oh shit.
Mine was flashing the red, white, and blue like police lights. I got so
In your
old.
hand, right? In your hand. You're like, yeah, I
Right,
don't
no,
think
it was
Anchorman's
like
ever
a
seen that. Yeah. I don't think Anchorman has seen Logan's Run. Um,
no. That's sick.
yeah, he should though. He should rent it, or he can go online to Amazon or Netflix or Tubi. One of them will show it. Yeah. Um,
Thanks for that.
let's see. Also, Booger says I'm waiting for Red One to come out. Well, we were too, but I mean, I don't know. We might see it, we might not. I don't know. Haven't really decided yet. Um, Berger says the Nosferatu Daedalus was one of the best characters in Kindred the Embraced. Yes, I agree on that. Then it says, I'm going to shower and come back. Keep an eye on the riffraff. Oh, the riffraff. I think we're okay right now, Lemon. So you go take a shower as long as you like. And when you're ready, come on back. And let's see. And then Jim's Landscape says, Hey, Booger, Can you give Mikey your email address so I can send you invites to my private chat talk clean on? Yeah, that'd be cool. Yes. Yeah, that'd be great, Booger. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot this and I needed to tell people. I had to close my Twitter account. Um,
Oh,
no rhyme or reason. I had to close it. So I don't have a Twitter or Twatter or X or anything anymore. I've never had a Discord because I told Raquel I had a failure with Discord before, so I can't do that either. The
I'm
only
like,
things I do have, right, the only things I do have connection with are either Facebook, StreamYard, YouTube, or Restream.io, which is a last minute thing. Hopefully, I won't have to use it, but it's available if I ever had to. Um, Depends on what things that would happen. So yeah, just just uh, just for a what if if something comes down. So uh, just be aware that um, when we do these special streams, um, that I know you wonderful friends and your family to us. We've known you for a while over the last almost 2 years now, and then on when I started streaming for the first time, and when I do send you the link to your Facebook Messenger. That means that I want you to be a part of that panel and that you're really good friends with us and family. You're not just friends, but family to us, extended family. So we care about you. Um, and if you have a Facebook uh, that you would like to, you know, send me a message or send any of our friends messages. Um, on Facebook that you might know personally and you've been coming to these streams before, let us know. Okay. But I cannot post the stream link in the chat here anymore. I can't do that. Um, there's a lot of personal reasons, but also because there's been a lot of hacks lately, things going on. And so I'm just kind of, you know, right now I'm just kind of in a transitional phase. I don't know what's going to happen after this year. I haven't decided yet. Um, I do plan on doing a big reveal on January 1st to let you know where we'll be headed uh, moving forward. But December 1st, after I get the poll results, I'll let you know what two things we will certainly be doing next year. So we'll let you know. And he says my Facebook info is in my videos. Right. Right, Jim. I know. And Jim, I did send you a link through your Facebook, Jim's Landscape. If you wanted to come up here, you're more than welcome. I did send you a link there
is the
to the
channel ending?
what's that?
Is the channel ending?
It's the one I just sent you. That's how you were able to get here, right,
Yeah.
Anchorman?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I did it the same way for Jim too. And I sent one to, like I said, one to Raquel, one to Gorilla. I sent one to Larry if he's available. I sent him one. Um, you know, some of our close friends. Uh Now as for Anchorman, as for Blue, he's never sent me anything. And I don't know because I did tell him, I said that I wasn't going to have X anymore. It's gone. I closed and deactivated my account. So if he wants to friend me on Facebook, he can. He just has to
I
look.
can send you his
Uh,
Facebook.
what's that?
I could send you his Facebook.
Oh, his Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, check your Facebook, Mikey. Okay. All right. Give me a
I can
moment.
send you Little Blue's Facebook.
Little Blue's Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Anne got home and I finished dinner. Oh, okay, Jim. I'm sorry. All right. Well, you can hang in the chat with us, sir, if you want. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. Did you did you send it into my oh, Matt's playing music. Okay. All right. Thank you, Matt. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So, Anchorman, I didn't get your message. Did you send his
Yeah,
Facebook?
I'm about to.
Are you about to? Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Take your time. I did. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you. Okay. So, a couple people won't make it tonight for different reasons. That's fine. Um, I didn't really plan this. Like I said, it was just kind of last minute. So I'm not sure how long I'll be on here for, but just want to let you folks know what's going on and so on. Um, let's see. And the other thing that's going on is don't forget the daylight savings time ends this year on November 3rd. And yeah, November 3rd, which is a Sunday. So Sunday morning is when the time ends. And then Remembrance Day is on November 11th. And like we said, Thanksgiving will actually fall on November 28th. And not much else going on. Hmm, Okay. And let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. All right. Let me go to this thing here. Thank you, Anchorman. All right.
Welcome.
I just sent him. Okay. I just sent him a friend request. Okay. So to Blue. So I sent him one. All right. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Okay. So let's see. So Moira, are you and Raquel planning a watch party this week?
Yes, tomorrow evening we are going to be showing Bunnicula and Halloween Town.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And
About
it
what
starts at
time?
7 Central, 7 p.m. Central.
Okay, so 8 o'clock my time tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I should be there. I should be able to make it. If I can't, I'll let you know, ahead of time. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
because I don't like I said, the rest of this week and next week I don't have any plans for webcams until after the 21st. So, and we have Sashi, our friend from Malaysia, the man from the future, the time traveler. Hi, Sashi. Greetings, everyone. Just popping in before I head to work. Well, it's good to see you, Sashi. I'm really happy to see you, my friend. And Miss Frosty says, sorry, guys. Working while doing a few things around the house, but I'm listening. Okay, Miss Frosty. That's very cool. Meow, meow. That's good to see you. Yeah, Miss Frosty's the one in Tennessee, I believe, Memphis, Tennessee. That's where she said she was at. And
Lucky you.
she wants to be with Broccoli up there in Lethbridge, Alberta. So, Miss Frosty, gotta tell you, you gotta get used to the weather up here,
Yeah.
'cause especially in Alberta, because it gets very cold there. Alberta's actually that province is a little bit closer to the Arctic than what we have here in where we live in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, near Toronto. So if you're used to cold nights most of the year, yeah, then you'll be ready. Then you're ready to go up there. So hopefully you can make it. It's nice to be up here, but like I said, it does tend to get cold. And then during the summer, you have probably a lot of because it's so wide out, it's expansive, the scenery and everything. So you might have some, well, if you don't have issues with humidity, that's one thing. So, but yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, Miss Frosty, keep doing what you need to do, and we're glad you're listening to us. Um, and just to let you folks know, sometimes I do reuse this studio as a private studio. So if there's any personal issues or uh, things that we can talk about privately that wouldn't be involved in a regular live stream, uh, if you ever need to talk to me, I have this reusable studio available, and I can always send you the link to the studio here, um, anytime they, well, not at really late at night because I'm always trying to sleep, but during most of the days, when we're not doing anything and we don't have anything planned, so that's the best time. Uh, let's see, we got 5 people watching. This is awesome. Oh, yes, and please don't forget, as always, hit the like button if you like our video tonight. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family and relatives. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell, the ding, 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 so you'll be notified of any future webcams or live streams that we do moving forward. And then, let's see. Yeah, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We have 208 subscribers. So our next goal is 250, and then so on. We go eat, 50 at a time until we can get to the monetization, which is at 500. So we got a while before that, but we always appreciate if you can find new friends, uh, new people to YouTube that would like to check out channels, and if you can recommend this one, that'd be very much appreciated. Um, and let them know this is probably one of the better channels on YouTube. Also, Moira Kitty has a great channel. Raquel SSG 2211 has a great channel. Larry, our friend at Be Yourself Adventures, has a great channel. Jim's Landscape has a great channel. Uh, our friend Gorilla has a great channel. Gorilla's Random Thoughts, and so on. So yeah, make sure, and Anchorman also has a good channel. So make sure you guys are all checking out. Hi, Miss Raquel. And speaking of, here's our other sweetie from Texas. Hello, Miss Raquel SSG 2211. Hey guys. Meow meow. How you doing, my friend? Um, Miss Raquel, I did send you the link in your Facebook Messenger if
Yeah,
you'd like
meow,
to come up
Raquel.
for a little bit. Meow meow, Raquel.
Oh, holy
And
shit!
someone
Hold
say
on a
my
second.
name. Yes.
I just the crazy.
Yes, we did say your name, Raquel. Yeah, I sent you the StreamYard link there, hon. If you want to come. Yeah. It's in there. If you need me to resend it again to your Facebook, I can do that. Okay, I can come up for a bit. Awesome. Thank you. All right, cool. So let's see. I'm just making sure we don't have any doubles here so I can mention everyone. There we go. Cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, I just finished dinner too. Um, Suzanne made us a couple she made me a couple hot dogs, and I have some leftover coleslaw, which it's called Ziggy's. That's interesting. Ziggy's, and it tastes just like KFC coleslaw used to taste, which was, cut up really fine, really tasty, delicious. But nowadays KFC has changed their entire menu, and it, for the worst, pretty much. Yeah. So, all right, cool. Just finished dinner. That's awesome. And Sir Lemon says waves to Raquel. So very cool. Yeah. Now, Lemon, don't forget, go ahead and take your shower if you need to, sir. We'll be all right. We'll be okay for now. Just we'll keep an eye out. And Raquel says hi to Lemon. Here we go. Cool. Let's see. Booger said, yeah, last time I had KFC coleslaw, it had way too many onions in it. Yeah, well, you know what? They don't the coleslaw that's here from a KFC in Canada, not much better. They used to cut it up really fine. See this right here? This is Ziggy's. The stuff in here is exactly like what I used to eat with KFC when they had really good coleslaw. Tastes almost exactly the same. The right amount of onions, the right amount of cabbage, the right amount of lettuce, the right amount of sour milk that they use or skim. This is the perfect amount right here. It's really, really delicious. And they don't do that anymore for KFCs up here. So yeah, they changed that. Let's see. Okay. And oh, you're done with your shower. Okay, sir. And Booger says, yeah, I do like KFC greens. I do too. When they're done right, you know. And Lemon says, I like a good coleslaw. I agree. I agree. I'm very what's the word? I'm a cat, so I'm finicky. When it comes to coleslaw, I'm very finicky. It has to come out really well. It has to be made really well. Um, well, it's like when our Canadian Thanksgiving comes up next week, next Monday on the 14th. It's when it falls for us, and it is a Canadian legal holiday for everybody. So means that the kids get it the day off for an extended 3 days. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this coming weekend. So uh, Suzanne makes these wonderful mashed potatoes with garlic and everything in it, and it's just so fantastic. Um, and she's going to have a really special turkey meal with the stuffing's going to be stuffed inside the turkey itself. It's a turkey meat dish. Looks really good. And she'll do corn and she's got some uh cranberries, fresh cranberries and sauce and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a full, to the nines. It's going to be really, really good. Uh, and then, like I said, I've got my dad's got his birthday falling on the same day as American Thanksgiving next month in November. So we plan on doing a stream for that. And let's see. All right, Booger says I have been thinking of making my own sauerkraut. Oh, that sounds good. And Lemon says, how did Suzanne's shot go? Thank you for asking, Lemon. It went really well. She has been improving with her walking and everything with her knees, but we're still in doubt as far as the cartilage for each knee. So, and here is Raquel SSG. Hi, Raquel.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello. Hey guys. How's it going?
And
Yeah.
Raquel, say hi to Anchorman. Anchorman, say hello to Miss Raquel.
Hello.
And
Huh. Yeah, so Lemon, she's going very well. The doctor did say that she'll have to wait until April next year because I guess they give you like 6 months after you've had both shots done. They give you 6 months to heal and try to be, you know, less painful, pain free in a way. And then when she goes back in, then they'll find out what they'll need to do from there. If she needs surgery, then she'll have to get surgery done on them. Otherwise, if there is some improvement, then she won't need that. So we're hoping for the latter. We hope that she won't need a surgery. That would be crazy. And hello, Raquel. How are you doing, honey? Everything
I'm
good?
doing good. Just chilling and stuff like that.
Cool. Oh, well, it's great to see you. I'm sorry
Mm-hmm.
about the last minute stream.
No worries. I didn't even know there was going to be a stream today.
Yeah. Well, I didn't plan it, but then Gorilla hasn't been feeling well, and he was supposed to have a cigar lounge, if I'm not mistaken, and it didn't come off, or at least I haven't seen it. So I just told him, I said, "Hey, you know what, buddy? I'm just going to go ahead and do a stream, for a little bit, and have people come up and just say hello and see what's happening in their lives and things." And he said, "Fine, go ahead and do the stream." He says, "I'm going to go watch some Andromeda and have some soup." So the little guy is under the weather. That's okay.
I hope he feels
I,
better soon.
I hope so too. I hope so too. Um, Booger says inside is the only place for stuffing. It is. I agree. Anchorman, I'm going to keep you in my prayers. Lemon Pie
Thank
says to you.
you.
Yeah. And Lemon says I didn't get a notice for this stream, which is unusual. I just went looking at my feed. Oh well,
Are you sure you have your notifications on for Mikey's channel? If you do, that's YouTube for us. It's really finicky with notifications.
yeah, it's weird because sometimes some people have told me they didn't have. Well, this is odd. Sometimes they told me that they do have all notifications on whenever they've subscribed, but
Right.
sometimes, yeah, but sometimes once in a great while they'll subscribe, but they'll forget to turn on the notifications, so they may be infrequent. So I always tell people when you go ahead and subscribe, make sure you highlight the all notifications. Make sure it's check marked so that each time that you get a notification from your channels that you have a stream coming up or anything else, uh, you know, then they can be notified. People can know. And here's Matt Arnold. Hi, Matt.
So,
I just got
How you doing,
home.
sir?
I play them guitar and mandolin.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Lemon says he has all notifications on Bell. That's awesome. And hey, Brad Wolf 07. Hello. Meow meow. Hi, Brad. How you doing, buddy? Awesome. It's good to see you, my friend. And Lemon said, yeah, he's been on the Bell from day one. Well, I hope so.
yeah, it's just on YouTube's end. They're very finicky with notifications.
Yeah, definitely. So, how's our one of our favorite guitarists, Matt Arnold, doing?
I am tired. Long day.
Mm,
It's getting
yeah.
hard for me to even drag all that stuff around.
We just Suzanne just cleaned up our entire kitchen, and we threw out a lot of recyclable stuff we didn't need. 4 bags worth. They were overloaded. I had to have her come help me because I couldn't have done all 4 of them by myself. So we had to bring them downstairs, and then um, we have to go out this security back entrance, without anybody else knowing where we're coming out of. And then we go into the garage or the garbage area, trash area, and they have these 2 big, huge blue bins for recyclables only. So we had to throw those into that. And they had them pulled out early. So, yeah. So that was crazy tonight. But finally we got that done. We're working on our apartment for the next couple months. Uh, so we got some personal stuff to work on. But uh, we're trying to make sure that we have this apartment pest free. And so far, we've already killed 2 more mice. That is our girl Deja Vu did, our big Mancoon baby. Yeah, she
Mm.
wiped out one, just tore it to bits, tore the mouse apart. Then the second one, she snapped its neck, dropped it on the one of our small blue rugs that we have on the floor, and put it right there, right in front of me. I was like, "Whoa!" So yeah, she's doing her job. They're doing their job, getting rid of the pests for us. Natural pest control. Brad says, "I'm good, Mikey. Thank you." Well, it's good to see you, Brad. Always a pleasure, and great to see you in our streams, our webcam streams. Uh, Recyclable old Diet Pepsi. Well, recyclable cans. Lemon. They're Pepsi with no sugar. That's what we have. There's either Pepsi or there's Coke with no sugar in them. So Yeah, and no aspartame either, because this is Canada, so it's natural. These are natural drinks. So it's almost like just having tonic water, but with a hint of the sweetener, but not not a lot. So yeah, deja vu shows no mercy. That is absolutely true. She is a no mercy cat. She will take apart any mouse, any rat, anything that tries to get into this apartment. It's gone. She takes it out. So yeah, I remember Pepsi Light back in the day too, Booger. Absolutely, I do remember that as well. So Anchorman. So have you got any plans coming up then for the holidays,
I gotta do
Anchorman?
something real quick.
What's that? Oh, oops. Okay.
He
Uh,
said he has to do something real quick. I think he said.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he'll be back. Um, um, Raquel. So, are you still going to do those holiday streams with us, or your
Yes, I
holiday
am.
streams
I
too?
do plan to. Yes.
Awesome. Now let me ask you: did I say it right that the your American Thanksgiving does fall on the 28th next month? Is that true, or does it fall earlier?
Um, Let me check my calendar real quick.
Yeah, please do, because yeah,
Yes, it falls on the 28th.
awesome, perfect. That'll be great because you and I both can do all that, do all we want on that one day. Celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate my dad's 80th birthday. A lot going on that day. Yeah, that night. So yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'll just have to put the times together for that. Um, and Matt, are you doing anything for the holidays yourself?
What for Thanksgiving or what?
Yeah, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
Another work day to me. I have
You
no
don't have
family,
to,
so
right. You don't have to work those days, do you though? Those holidays, are they natural holidays for you?
yeah. Thanksgiving is. Christmas
Mm.
is. Since I don't have any family anymore,
Oh,
most
sorry.
most of mine's passed away, gone.
Yeah.
I don't even bother celebrating it anymore.
Well, Matt, you're our family, and you're more than welcome to come up on our streams and join us for the holidays this year.
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. You and Jim both. You make sure he comes too, or I'll have to drag his ass from Ohio.
I just had to tie a rope around him and snag him by the neck and drag him.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, that sounds good. Um, I did contact Larry. I haven't heard from him yet, so I don't know what's going on with him, but I know the prayers are still up for his mom, so yeah, she's not in a good way right now.
Yeah,
All right, here is Anchorman. He's back. Hello, Anchorman.
Sorry,
Welcome back.
sorry I left. My mom was talking to
Oh,
me.
him,
hey, no worries. Oh, hey, no worries. Got something to do. That's
we
totally
just keep
cool.
Larry him and his family in our prayers.
Yeah. So, Anchorman, what do you have planned? Uh, you got something that you're gonna do for Halloween, right? You're gonna go as Spider-Man for Halloween?
I'll probably dress up for Halloween. I think I got play practice that day, but I'll have to wait and see.
Oh, cool. And then what do you plan on do you usually celebrate Thanksgiving with your family?
Yeah,
Awesome. And Christmas too?
yeah. I usually get together with a bunch of other
That's
family on
awesome.
Christmas.
That's awesome.
I
And
the only thing I'm gonna do is go about as myself. Boom.
I usually just go. I go to my grandparents' house, and then I get to be.
oh, I that's beautiful. Now I remember doing that
I
myself.
get to be with my aunts, uncle, and cousin, and my parents and my sister.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And Booger was just telling us we were just talking about drinks here, and he says he remembers Pepsi Light back in the day. Yeah, I remember that myself. Brad says natural Pepsi. I'll have to find the stream it comes from, right? Uh, Booger says I even remember the failed experiment that was Pepsi Crystal. Yeah, I remember that too. Brad says, hi Lemon Pie, sorry, I got distracted. Lemon says, Mikey said to Deja Vu, do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. Just like Palpatine. Um, Booger says, I have Thanksgiving off, but I probably have to work Christmas. You know what? That sucks, Booger. If you have to work Christmas, I know what that was like. I know what that was like. That's just the worst. You gotta ask him to try to get it off. Do the best you can. If you tell him this is how I was able to do it sometimes. If I had to work Christmas Eve, the store that I worked for was nice enough to allow us to work to a certain time. I could still go to overnight mass and then, be able to sleep in Christmas Day, spend it with family and cousins. And then I would go back to work the day after Christmas because that's usually when they would schedule me. So you might want to try it for that, the day after. And Brad says, "Oh, I remember Pepsi Crystal. It was like a fever dream, here and gone like a fart in the wind." There's that. Lemon says, "Mikey's the only one who immediately catches on to my Star Wars quotes." Well, duh. Something dark side, Lemon. Um, all right, so as far as movies go, um, like I said, as I told Moira and Anchorman before he came, Matt and Raquel, um, Venom, The Last Dance looks good. Possibly Red One, for Christmas time. Uh, the other one we were thinking of was Nosferatu, which has the guy from Renfield is in it, and Willem Dafoe. So that looks actually pretty good. Um, and of course, Raquel and I and Moira are looking forward to uh, X-Men 97 when it comes out, second season. Though somebody's telling me that's not supposed to come out till late 2025. So is that true, Raquel, or
Late 2025.
I heard late
Um,
2025. So I don't know if
I
that's true
don't.
or not.
I'm not really sure.
Hmm. Yeah. And Booker says, first time in several years I have competition for the holiday. I went from being the senior person on the midnight shift to being the third senior on my new shift. Highly unlikely I will get it off. Oh, that kind of sucks, dude. Um, yeah, Brad says I usually have to work Christmas, just not the actual 24 hours of Christmas, right? My job starts at 12 a.m. of the 26th. And I've done that too, Brad. Um, Depending on when it fell, I usually would just work the overnight with everybody, stocking shelves and things for the next day. And then or sometimes I worked as a cashier that day, but only for a couple hours, then I came home. So, yeah. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm retired. Woohoo! I'm happy about that. I'm a
I got a
retiree.
phone call. Be back.
Um. Okay, the release date for that, speculation wise, is late 2025, but that's really up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling too. I went to check on it, and like you said, right now it's speculation, but it is in pre-production, right? It is working.
I don't know if it's in pre production right now,
Uh-huh.
but it takes 12 to 18 months to do an animated series.
Uh,
So if they're not in production now, um, like speculation wise, it says 2025.
Hey, Mikey, I
Uh,
got a phone call. I'll catch y'all guys later.
all
Later,
right,
Matt.
Matt. Yeah,
All right,
go
bye.
ahead
Take
and
care.
attend your phone call. You take care of yourself, brother.
All right, see you.
Love you.
Yeah.
And
So speculation wise, if not in production now,
yeah,
um, uh, that could be pretty much pushed back to 2026.
Right.
So
Right. So yeah, anywhere from 12 to 18 months. I wasn't sure how long it took. I knew it took at least a year. I knew that, but I wasn't sure if
right.
it goes. Yeah, because
I don't
usually series like that take that animated
I
usually
don't
take that.
think they're producing it right now.
Yeah.
So that date for 2025 is just speculation, but I see it unlikely. If they're not in production now, which I'm assuming they aren't, so that would pretty much push it back to 2026 at least.
Right. Yeah. That sounds about right. There I am. Woo. So, anything else going on? Oh, by the way, I found out there was a TikToker that passed away. They said her name. I couldn't remember what it was, but she was only in her mid-20s. It was kind of
Yeah,
a
she's like
shocker.
25. I don't remember the name either, but I remember seeing the not really an advertisement, but I guess like the video or announcement about it.
That's too young.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, hello, Pleasant Valley.
I don't frequent TikTok, so
Yeah.
I don't use it. But it just seemed it's like when when I told her, she said the same thing. That's way too young. I think the lady was either 25 or 26 years old. Yeah, way too young. Uh,
Terrible.
yeah, there's just there's just way too much going on. Uh, we have lost way too many people. I'm trying I'm trying to stay positive, believe me, for the holidays, I really am, but it is kind of difficult. Uh, let's see. Okay, so Booker says, yeah, so far I'm scheduled for 3 to 11 shift on both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And there's PvP. Hi, guys. And Lemon uh, says, hi, PvP. PvP says, Lemon. Okay. Because PvP, I know it's hard to reach you. And I know that Gorilla is probably not doing anything right now. Because normally I did send him a link. I don't know if he sent you anything because I don't have your email. I know it's hard for you to do that. So I will go ahead and post the StreamYard just on a line here, PvP. So if you want to come up, you can. Um, and I'll give you a couple minutes to come on up, okay? Yeah, Gorilla isn't feeling well. That's what I heard. Yeah, he's not doing too well. So, okay. All right, PvP. So here is the link. If you want to come up right now, go right ahead and we'll wait for you. And then I will take it off. Okay. He was on Germ's stream. He mentioned no cigar lounge tonight. Okay. So he was on his Andromeda stream. Okay. Well, that makes sense. And here's PvP, everybody.
Meow meow, PvP.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Meow meow.
Hi there. Yeah,
I'm a
I
big
was
meow
wondering.
man.
I was wondering what was going on because I just went out and got some groceries and just got back like about I guess 10 minutes ago. And usually, I figured Gorilla would have posted something about his cigar lounge. Usually on, I think it's 7 my time here, so that would be like 5 minutes from now, say. But I see nothing,
And
and I checked my email just a few minutes ago too, actually, Mikey, and no
yeah,
messages from Gorilla today at all. So
wow.
that's
Yeah,
weird. I
I
guess.
talked to him. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's kind of weird because I did notice like after I got off work a couple hours ago that he was on Germ's channel doing the Andromeda, their weekly Andromeda
Right,
episodes, right?
right.
And I figured, well, if he's on there for like a couple hours, he's probably going to do his usual Tuesday cigar lounge. But I guess maybe he started to feel ill partway through or something. I'm guessing. Like I really don't know what happened, but
Well,
seems a bit odd.
Yeah, the last thing I know, PvP, is I talked to him, through Facebook Messenger, and he
Uh-huh.
told me as much. Right, and I asked him if he was still planning to do his cigar lounge, and he says, I don't know. He says,
Uh,
I wasn't feeling well. He said,
oh,
I'm just gonna go get some soup, and then he was gonna do Andromeda because he did promise, you know,
germ.
Resolute Germ that he'd be doing Andromeda. So
Well, they
I
pretty
said,
much,
well, oh,
yeah, they do it every Tuesday, right? Pretty much, I guess, don't they?
yeah, pretty
Mikey?
much.
Yeah. So.
Right. I mean, like I told the ladies and Anchorman, and the people in the chat, this is rare for me. I don't normally do a Tuesday stream, but because I know that I want, Gorilla to feel better, because I do want to be there for him, for Friday, for the Waltons we do normally do. And then I've oh, excuse me. Gosh, that was terrible of me. Sorry about that. And then we're doing Planet of the Apes. We're doing the next four original films for Friday night at 10:30 p.m. I believe Eastern is when I'm sending it for, and then the
Okay.
following Friday on the 18th of October, around the same time, that's going to be the final three prequels that precede after Franco's debut on Rise of the Planet of the Apes. So that's what we're doing for those that last part three, on the 18th. And Bradwell says PvP, he was feeling ill before he joined Germ. He had some soup during the stream. Not sure if he took some medicine. And something's going around. Yes, definitely,
Yeah.
Len. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Thanks, Brad Wolf. I just acknowledged your comment in the chat there a second ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
sorry, guys. I got
yeah,
itchy
but
throat
here he
today.
is. Hey,
Hope I'm not
keep it
getting
down.
sick.
I'm trying to sleep.
Okay.
Hi,
Well,
Gorilla. Hi,
you must
Gorilla.
be
Hope you're.
must be sorry. Go ahead. I'm
Oh
the
no,
yapping
that's
roots
what
and
I
I'm
was saying.
talking.
He's there. Oh, it's okay. And yeah, to Brad Wolf, to PvP, saying thanks for letting me know. And I'm on Lemon. And Brad Wolf says, hi, Gorilla. I was just telling everyone you weren't feeling well. So thank you, Brad Wolf. That's much appreciated. He says, I see PvP. You're welcome. Yeah. Hey,
Well,
Gorilla. I did post the link for StreamYard to this in your Facebook Messenger, my friend. So if you get a chance, if you want to go there, just go there and click on it. It's available to you. And then hey, Brad from Gorilla, and so cool. Yeah, awesome. So PvP, is there what are your plans for the holidays this year? I think
oh,
I asked everybody else on the panel.
well, gee, it's still a little ways off, though it usually does seem to arrive much quicker than anticipated.
Wow, every 20
Um,
minutes.
oh, that doesn't sound good.
No,
That sounds
that
like a
never
flu.
that sounds like a flu. That never sounds good. Yeah, Gorilla,
Yeah,
pour some Nyquil in that soup. that's
just make
that's what he's telling him. And he
just
says
make
that's a rough night, Gorilla. I've had those myself. Yeah,
that's not good.
I've been sleepless myself. But yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead, PvP.
make sure, Grilly, that you got a bucket nearby, by your bed,
Yes,
because you don't. I don't know about you, but my bathroom's actually right next door to my bedroom, so it's not that bad. But if I start feeling like I'm going to upchuck when I'm lying down, it's still going to be a bit of a race to get to the bathroom on time.
yeah.
So have that bucket there handy to go there, Grilla.
Well, we do. We will have some prayers up for your brother Gorilla. Yeah, he's laying down. It's still
Sounds
very
like a
nauseous.
a basic stomach flu kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We
That
send
could
you
be.
hugs. We send you hugs, Gorilla.
Oh yeah, big hugs. Yeah, we love you, you big ape. You know that. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
shitting in a
yeah.
bucket. I can walk 20 feet. Okay, well, one thing's for
Yeah,
sure, girl, that you never lose your humor, right? Even when you're downtrodden with the flu. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think my probably about 20 feet from me to the bathroom too, like right to the old porcelain altar, so to speak. Um, so yeah, even though it doesn't sound far though, when you're like half asleep and then all of a sudden you feel like you're going to spew, all of a sudden it's like, oh no.
Exactly.
It's still a race. You want to be a sprinter at that point, that's for sure. Um,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but there's something going around though, because I remember, I don't know if I mentioned it to anybody on the panel here tonight, but I had that weekend where I had a Friday and Saturday where I basically lost my sense of balance almost completely, and it was really scary. And
Hmm.
then, by Sunday night, I was feeling much better, and I pretty much was back to normal. Thank
Wow.
goodness by then. But I did mention it when I saw my doctor like a few weeks ago. I told her, the symptoms and what happened, and she said, "Oh yeah, I've been getting lots of reports of people getting exactly the same symptoms where they lose their balance, like their equilibrium for like a couple of days." And she's figured it was a virus that was going around from what she had, the reports she had heard. So that was a relief anyway, because I realized then it was probably just nothing serious, but a passing bug kind of thing, right? So,
Yeah, I felt I was telling Suzanne, uh, she just got like I told everyone, she just got her second shot, and she's actually feeling a lot better. Her doctor then went ahead and gave her 6 months. Said, "Okay, I'll see you again in 6 months for a follow up, and see if we'll need to go further and do surgery or not have to do surgery." So that's the one thing I hope we don't have to do.
so what was
Um,
that? What was that for again? I refresh my memory,
it
Mikey.
was for her knees. It's bone on bone, both of her
Oh,
knees.
oh, oh, knee
There's
replacement. Right. I
knee
remember now.
replacement therapy, right? And there's
Yeah.
no cartilage left in either of her knees. So
Yeah.
she had to get a shot in each knee a couple months apart so that
Cortisone, I'm guessing cortisone or something.
cortisone shots, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty
one for
powerful
each knee.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. But she's
Yeah.
not in too much pain. So she appreciates everybody's thoughts and prayers and
I think
love and support.
I think when you mentioned it to me, I don't know, it's some number of weeks, maybe a month or more now.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
I remember I told you that I had a coworker, right, when I was working at the office still, and she had to get both knees replaced eventually. Like they do one at a time, kind of thing, right? Um,
Yeah, for sure.
so she had one done, and I think the recovery time averaged around 3 to 4 months, kind of time frame for her to start feeling, better again.
Yeah.
Um,
How many months difference did you have, honey, between your two shots? 1 month? Okay. So according to what Suzanne has told me, everyone, she had her first shot a couple months ago, and then she waited 1 month, went back in and had it done on the other knee, a cortisone shot. And now the doctors told her she's got to wait 6 months. She's got to wait till April of next year before she can go back in for a
is
follow up to see what she's got to go, what she
so
needs to do from there. So
why is such a long wait time? Is that like the backlog in surgery of elective surgeries, or I'm just wondering.
if she needs surgery, yeah, right now it's just elective. It's
Mm.
elective surgery. It's not selective. It's
Well,
elective.
yeah,
So
it's yeah, unless it's emergency, like life
if
threatening, they always put it off. As far as the
yeah,
wait list, because the wait lists vary province by province, of course, right,
oh,
Mikey?
of course.
You know.
But what's great about this is that she has lost over 140 pounds since last year. In fact, today we celebrated her 1 year anniversary when she had to go in for emergency surgery to remove two hernias in her
Right,
body. And that's
right.
today.
I
That's what
remember.
happened
Oh,
today.
wow, wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that actually. Yeah, well, that's good. That's been a whole year with no
it's been a whole
complications.
year. Yeah. And she's lost 140 pounds and
Well, that should definitely take a lot of pressure off the knee joints, of course, right? I mean,
oh,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah,
I'm
for
still
sure.
I'm still thinking though, like I know, like she had the first one done before years before I even got my job. But then it
Right.
was like she'd had it like 5 years before or something, and then the second knee went when I was working there, and I remember every day my coworker would come into the office in the morning with her big, her cane, right, and she'd be hobbling along with a cane and a lot of pain, of course, and I
Yeah.
remember she was really glad actually when she finally got the surgery done because, as I say, after the recovery time, She was just 100% back. She didn't need a cane or nothing. She was good, back to her old self, right, pain free, and
Right.
walking really well. So I do think, I think it's probably a fairly safe procedure now since it's been done so many, probably, I don't know, millions of times around the world, I would guess by this
Oh,
time. And,
yeah. Well,
so,
the first time, like we said, the
and
first time when she had it done, it was done back in was 2022. It was like 2 months or 2 years before, and it was done, but it wasn't done completely because it was only pushed back in because she was like feeling it. So when we got it done last year, uh, it was an emergency. It had to be done. It had to be removed, and
oh, well, yeah,
so
that's a different thing. That's a totally different thing.
right, totally different. Yeah, and Gorilla says it's the porcelain throne. Get it right.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
she had,
it's the throne when you're sitting on it, Grilla. But when you're on your knees puking into it, then it's the altar.
yeah, and that's a different thing, right?
Because
And
that's
I
when I
said
think of an
throne, feel
altar is
better. Yeah,
when you're at the altar, you get down on your your knees, right? You
yeah.
know,
And PvP, did you want to read what Lemon Pie just said?
sure. He said, sounds like sinus and or ear infection PVP if it affects balance. Well, that's the thing though. My sinuses felt fine. I know if I'd had an ear infection, I would have had pain. There was no pain at all and no congestion of any kind. And it
Right.
hit me like I went to bed Thursday night. I was perfectly 100% fine. I woke up Friday morning, and even before I got out of bed, when I tried to roll over to get out of bed, I felt such a dizziness come on that
Yeah.
I was just like totally out of it, like balance wise, right? I could even before I got up. So I managed to like get out of bed, and like my chair is only like maybe about 5 or 6 feet away from my bed, right? So I managed to like kind of managed to get to my chair here. So luckily I could sit on the chair and kind of wake up and you know I basically check out YouTube and do my usual routine because
Yeah.
I didn't want to lie in bed all bloody day, right? The heck with that
Right.
idea. Even though
So
I did end
yeah,
up spending quite a few hours in bed actually eventually.
right. I got you, my brother. You want to read this too from Lemon?
Yeah. uh, Classic eggnog virus. Well, I hope not, Lemon. I really hope not. And
I hope not either.
I hadn't had eggnog in over a year, so I doubt that's the case actually, but you never know.
Yeah. Anchorman, have you felt any symptoms lately? Anything similar to the flu or anything? I know
Uh,
this past weekend I was really weak a little bit.
I get like scientist all the time, and I have to take allergy pills for it.
Yeah, so does Suzanne. She has to take allergy pills for things too,
I used
because
to
she
get like
can't
really
eat certain
sick when I was
things.
little.
Yeah,
I used to get really sick when I was little. It was really bad where I had to take allergy pills because of it.
yeah, yeah. It's not much good, not much better for Suzanne. Uh, Moira or Raquel, have you suffered anything, or you don't have to say if you did,
No,
but
not really.
yeah, not nothing yet. Oh, that's good.
No.
Yeah, keep knocking on wood for that. Um. Anyway, so I just since Raquel and Moira are here and everybody else here in the panel and chat, just want to let you know that Raquel and I do plan to celebrate the holidays this year. So everyone's invited to Halloween night, which is on the 31st. And then we have like we said, we have Thanksgiving for next month, which will be on the 28th of November. And that'll also be my dad's birthday. And he turns 80 years young. And then on Christmas Eve, we'll have a stream here. We'll do a stream on Christmas Day that Raquel's planned. And I believe we're going to do a stream on Canadian Boxing Day for us PvP. So you're more than welcome to come if you want for that.
Oh, December 26th.
Yes, yes, sir.
Hey, you're not doing a Canadian Thanksgiving on Monday?
I am on the 14th, and that's what I
Oh, okay.
wanted to ask you guys. Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you guys. Should I do it as a webcam or as a live stream?
Well, live streams are always more fun, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I
And
mean, but
I don't work that day because every time there's a
oh,
stat holiday, my boss always shuts the office down, even though we're actually working from home technically, but it's still a day
right.
off, right? So
Yeah, that's cool. But I mean, what is a good time for you? Since you're 3 hours behind me, PvP. So
well, since I'm not working next Monday, and I mean at this point I have no plans for Monday, the 14th
okay.
at all, so I could probably do any time, afternoon, evening, probably not too early. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
not too early. Um, how about we say 8 o'clock my time, so about 5 o'clock your time?
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be too bad, I would think. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me. I've
now
got a
there
cough
won't
tonight.
be yeah, now there won't be very many Canadians on the
No,
panel, but
that's fine.
if some of our wonderful family community members from the United States want to come, they can come.
Well,
They're more than invited.
again, maybe, as a Canadian, I can, explain some of the reasons why we have Thanksgiving over a month before the Americans do and give them a little bit of background because there is a
Yeah.
different history to it here, right? So,
Oh
you know,
yeah. Well,
even though,
actually, it's weird. This year, it's 1 month and 2 weeks before they have theirs.
yeah, it varies because see, it's the second Monday in October every year in Canada. So of
Yeah.
course, the second Monday doesn't fall on every day, the same day every year because the dates change in the calendar, right? So it's
Oh, of
kind of, I think
course.
it's a bit late this year because it seems to me it was much earlier last year, but I could
Last year
be.
was earlier, but didn't
Yeah.
oh, you know what? But didn't we have 366 this year? This year was supposed to be the leap year.
Do
We
we?
had
I
that
think we.
February
Yeah, we did
28th,
get. I think we got that extra day, the 29th of February, right?
29th we did. Yes, we
Yeah.
did this
So
year.
that probably
Every
had something to do with it.
right, every 4 years. Lemon Pie says eggnog virus goes dormant.
Oh,
I
lemon.
don't know what that really exists that way,
You know,
Lemon.
I have this crazy feeling that somewhere in a file folder, Lemon's compiled a complete dossier on the wonders, the effects, and the properties of
Of
eggnog.
eggnog.
Yeah.
What let's hope that Lemon doesn't work for the NSA.
Yeah, really, eh? Yeah,
He's got like
yeah.
a dossier, yeah, on
Well,
you.
unless they
Oh
make
my God.
eggnog illegal, I probably don't have any worries, and
Yeah, that's probably
you
true.
know,
He
they'd have
says,
to they'd have to
knock
arrest a
on
lot of
wood,
eggnog. You know.
yeah, he says, knock on wood, I haven't been sick since 2021. Well,
You're lucky, you.
you're one of the few lucky ones there, Mr. Lemon, if you can get away with that.
I gotta say
Uh,
though, I very rarely get like I'm more prone to get a cold once in a while, but I haven't had a really bad cold, and
yeah,
oh gosh, it was before COVID hit. It was I think it was actually Christmas Eve of 2019 was the last time I started coming down with this horrible cold. But to this day, suspect I might have actually had COVID before it was officially recognized,
yeah,
because it hit on 24th of December 2019, and I was
right.
sick for about a month. Like it was about 4 weeks. It was getting towards the end of January before I finally started feeling healthy
Right.
again. Right? It
Yeah.
was bad.
Well,
That's
for us,
what me and
yeah,
my
go ahead.
mom thought. Because when we saw their first news
Ancient
report
eggnog.
about it, about the coof, that's
Yeah.
when my mom and I had like a really bad. It wasn't a cold, but she and I had a really bad sinus infection, and
Yeah.
it took a couple of weeks to have it all cleared up.
Yeah, and as I mentioned it before, Raquel, in early 2020 in January, uh, Suzanne was the first to catch that dreaded pandemic disease. I don't like to name it, so it's not a pleasant memory. But she went through it for 3 weeks, and then after she had it, she passed it to me, and then I had it for 3 weeks. And I'm telling you, I would never wish this thing on anyone because it almost killed half my family.
Well,
And that's not a boast. That is truth. Hard facts. It almost killed half my family, but
uh,
somehow they survived. So yeah,
I wasn't as sick as that. It was just like it was like the cold from hell, right? It was the worst cold I ever had by
yeah,
far.
of
And I've had some
course.
doozies over my lifetime, right? Because I've been around a
Yeah,
few years. And this was just the worst cold. It was just
yeah,
congestion and, just the whole phlegm and, all that, congestion in your chest and in your nose and even my
oh,
ears. My ears. I'll never forget because I lost, and I think it was my right ear. I lost like probably 95% of my hearing. Like I couldn't
wow,
hear nothing basically in one ear for like 2 weeks. And that was pretty scary,
jeez.
I'll tell you. And then
Yeah.
eventually it just cleared up again on its own, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was very scary. Because she and I shared the similar first week of it. We felt like we were drowning. I told her, I told Suzanne, I said,
Mm.
honey, I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm drowning and I can't breathe and it was the worst possible feeling. I mean, I've always felt pretty heavy whenever I've had a 24-hour, flu or a virus. And usually after that, I can almost automatically recover because I just go right into, fluids and I don't eat much and I'm fine. But like this thing was just like the first week, I felt like I was drowning and I was dying, and it is the worst feeling in the world. I've never had a bad flu before that, and I don't think I'll ever have another bad flu after that. I hope since, but that was the worst feeling I ever had for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, and then, of course, thankfully, I didn't have to work
Oh yeah.
during the
Yeah.
time because if I had been at work, I probably would have died.
Oh,
Something would have happened.
I was actually glad I was unemployed still at that point because I didn't get my job until a couple months later in February,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
So if I had, I mean, there's no way I could have crawled to the car, my business clothes, my dress pants and everything on, and crawled to the car and did like 9 hours at the office. Is like, no, I would be, I could, yeah, I probably would have been lying. I would have ended up probably lying on the floor and being taken away by an ambulance or something. It was
Right.
bad enough, right? Like I didn't feel
Yep.
like I was drowning. Like that's kind of the classic virus symptom, isn't it?
Sure.
Basically, I remember, hearing. Well, that's what a lot of people ended up on respirators because of that, right? Um,
Because of that, yeah, because they
yeah,
were they were actually going through.
because their
It felt
lungs
like
couldn't
it felt.
function.
Yeah. I'm sorry, BBB. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, fortunately, I didn't have any symptoms that extreme. It was more like just a extremely bad cold, like no energy. I spent a
Yeah.
lot of time in bed. Um, no sense of smell, not much of an appetite for like a good 3.5 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Just feeling sluggish and run down. And then I say when my hearing went, that was the scariest part.
Oh
But
yes.
eventually it did recover. So
Right.
thankfully, but
Um.
it just really drained me real bad, like really
Yeah.
draining.
Oh, it's
I
yeah.
never had a
Like I
cold
said.
like that.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not something I would, force upon my worst enemies, It's
Well,
just it was
I have
so bad.
I have one high school kid bully, and when I was a kid and in high school, I would force it on him quite happily, actually.
Well, we
I'll
always
save
have
that.
at least one
That's
or two.
the one guy I can never turn the other cheek to. It's like, nope,
Yeah, right.
you
Well,
put
we
me
always
through
have
too much,
like that
buddy.
one or two, yeah, people
There's
that just
that one bully. He actually, I do think he actually lived just to torture me and make my life a living
oh,
hell. I really do.
probably did.
He was that kind
Yeah,
of guy. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
And
well.
I just wanted to ask Moira, or Anchorman, if you care to, I mean, did you go through the same thing, um, when it was discovered, Moira or Anchorman? Did you ever go through it yourself?
Uh,
You know,
what'd you go for?
yeah. Did you go through that dreaded seed virus yourself, Anchorman?
No, I've never been tested positive for COVID.
Thank God. Okay. Uh, what about you, Moira? Did you ever go through it yourself, hon?
I don't think she's there right now.
Oops. Okay. You went through it, right, Raquel? You said you went through it.
As I don't, well, that's the thing. When my mother and I saw the news about about the coof, that's when
Yes.
like a little bit soon after that. That's when me and my mother had really bad sinus infection. It wasn't a cold, but it was a really bad sinus infection.
Right.
And she and I figured that's probably most likely when we got the the coof.
Yeah, the coof. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that and I was like,
I
I hope.
couldn't really breathe through my nose. It was just awful. Um, you
Yeah.
know, so I like I was so I purposely stayed away at anything Dairy Lake for like couple of weeks. Um, because I know it would clog my nose up. So I purposely did that. It took a few weeks, but I started feeling a lot better and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd rather not go through that again.
Yeah, that's something you don't yeah, it was a very, like I said, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemies. It was some of the uh worst time I've ever had going through a flu like that, of that magnitude. And thankfully we got all the shots we needed. So both Suzanne and I are caught up on our shots, our own individual shots for this. Lemon says I got it, but fortunately it was a mild case. That's good, Lemon, because yeah, it's tough to go through stuff like that. I know my parents both went through it, and they had similar experiences that Suzanne and I had. Very painful. Felt like you were drowning. Sluggish, moving around. Even my mother lost her hearing for like about 1 week out of it.
Yeah,
She couldn't hear a thing. It was terrible. And
yeah,
she's 78 years old, so
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
scary,
it
because I
gets
mean,
worse.
well, I mean, look at my icon. What does it say, Mikey?
Yeah.
You know, I do not want to lose my hearing. Let's put it that way, and it should be self-evident. The reason why is
Oh,
because
for sure.
I enjoy listening to my music so much, right?
Oh, well, you gotta be able to hear your music. Yeah, I know
So, like, yeah, the thought of going deaf is just terrifying, really.
it is, and of course I was gonna say just for my father's case of it,
Hmm.
uh, it's even scarier for him because he has it's just like our friend Larry. He has a stent, right? A stent in his
Oh,
heart,
in his heart, right?
and yeah. So when you have a severe virus or uh, a disease like that that's affecting you, it's going to weigh on your heart a lot harder than a normal flu or, like 24 hours of things that would go like that. So I know my dad
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
pain and severe pain, and my mother was freaking out because she didn't know
yeah.
what was going to happen to him. And finally, I mean, they were able to, the doctor was able to find a worthy similar to what they were giving you, for vaccine, but found a similar vaccine that would be easier on his heart, be easier for him so he could take it, and still be able to do what he's doing to strengthen his heart muscles. So
Yeah,
thankfully, his family doctor was able to find that. But
it seems
uh,
like it depended on the type of vaccine you got, and it seemed like different people had, of course, different reactions to it. Like, I
of
think I
course,
had, what was the one that was considered the safest? I think it was the Pfizer one.
Pfizer, yes,
Yeah, that was the one. I had two of those, spaced, so many months apart, as the health authorities, recommended here, of course. Um,
yeah.
and
I
I
had to take
was
different
fine.
ones.
Like, I had the only symptoms I had was the first shot I got right at the injection point.
Yeah.
About 8 hours later, I noticed I had a slight soreness,
We had
and then I went to
Pfizer,
bed, and I got up.
Pfizer and Moderna, right? Those were the
Yeah, and
two.
I got up 8 hours later,
Pfizer,
and I was
Moderna.
fine. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
fine, no pain, nothing. And the second shot, I didn't even have that. I had like zero symptoms on the second shot. So I guess I might be one of those lucky people or something. But
Oh, for sure.
as far as
And
I
Jim
know,
says,
oh,
"Hello, I'm back. Hi, Jim's Landscape. Good to
I
see you
can.
back." I'm sorry. And
Um,
yeah, Levinson Safer, I'd say was the J&J Johnson and Johnson, right?
I have no
But
idea.
yeah, but between me and Suzanne, we used first we used Pfizer and then we used Moderna. That was the other one that was able to help us.
Yeah, I think
So
I had
those
Pfizer
are
both
the two
times.
main ones we used. Yeah,
But
those were the
the weird thing is, I was never actually officially diagnosed with COVID ever. Um,
right.
And I just wonder, like, maybe I've got a strong immune system because I know there were two people working in my office back, a couple years ago, like 2, 3 years ago, whenever it is now, that actually did have it, and they were at home, of course. They they isolated themselves for the required amount of time before they came
Of
back to
course,
work. But
right.
still, you know, there were two people in the office that were infectious, unbeknownst to anybody when they first got it. And
Yeah,
I was fortunate enough somehow not to come down with any kind of noticeable symptoms, right? So I don't know
yeah.
if I just got a strong immune system or if I was just, lucky. I mean, I guess I'll never really know, right, Mikey? But
It's probably best not to know.
yeah, I've always been pretty good though. The weird thing was
Yeah,
my mother
hey
was one of
Jim.
these people that was she had all kinds of ailments her entire life, right? She had her
Right.
thyroid removed, and then she had, to have cancer surgery, when she was like
Yeah,
around 50, which she was fine. I mean, luckily they got it so early. She was perfectly 100% fine for the rest of her life. But
yeah.
she had, terrible varicose veins, which she had surgery on, and she had a lot of health issues. Uh, so my mom kind of, even though she was a very strong person, she had a lot of health challenges. I guess I should put it that way, perhaps. But I guess I must have taken more to my father's side of the family because I was never really too susceptible to getting, anything more serious than a cold or a flu. Even though I did inherit the varicose veins from my mother's side of the family, because her father actually had them bad too, right, Mikey? And
Oh, of course, of
yeah,
course. Yeah.
and I actually went in when I was around
Hi, Levin.
30, and I had surgery to remove them when I was around 30, which was a really good thing to do because I was having such painful Charlie horses in the middle of the night for about 6 months before. It was just like enough is enough. And luckily, the surgery went really well. And back then, they'd keep you in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days, right? Which I was in there. And I was in
Right.
pain for maybe a week after that because they basically do the incisions and they strip the veins by ripping them out of your body, right?
Oh,
Yeah, they
oh,
tear them out.
yeah, yeah. It's
But
terrible.
the thing is though, your body, the miracle of Mother Nature, so to speak, right, is
And
your
there's Jim.
body.
Hi, Jim.
Oh, hi, Jim. Your body basically, regrows the veins and in a healthy way, so they're not, bad. So they're no longer varicose veins; they're just healthy, normal, functioning veins. So it
Oh,
was
of
probably one of the
course.
better things I ever did health wise.
I know for myself, but I was just gonna say real quick. I know for myself, I still suffer from sleep apnea, and I know there are nights where I just can't sleep for whatever reason. I try to lay down, next to, Suzanne, and the cats lay with us, and I'm maybe there for a couple hours, and then I'm wide awake, and that's probably no more than 3 hours at the most. And I end up waking up in the middle of the night going, I can't sleep at all, and I've
is, is,
had it for my whole life.
but is that
I've always had a problem sleeping.
is that sleep apnea or insomnia? It almost sounds like insomnia of some type.
It's probably a combination of both. I do know that throughout most of my working life, I always worked overnight shifts. I did a lot of overnight timing,
Oh man,
a lot
I
of
hate
different times.
I hate overnight shifts, Mikey.
Yeah, and they throw
Uh,
you off for sure.
they screw your
Hey
body
Jim,
up, I think. Yeah.
Hey Jim, welcome. Glad to see you, my friend. Matt was here earlier, but he had a phone call, so he had to go. But and Moira's had to step away. She had to go get some stuff for Chris. I won't say what. It's probably a surprise. But Jim, did you say did you go through that dreaded sea disease yourself back when it came out in the day?
Is this a last minute stream? Ooh. What are you
Well,
talking about? Colvin Colvin?
yes. I mean,
The
did you
hoopy
did you have
cookie
to,
shit?
yeah, did you have to go through that yourself?
I had that for about 3 weeks. I had everything but the lung problem.
The lung problem, okay. So
Had
you didn't feel
everything
like
but
you
the
were
lung problem.
drowning. Okay.
Huh?
That must have been just me and Suzanne and our own individual because we both felt like we were drowning that first week we had it. Each of us had it for 3 weeks.
Well, I tell you, I felt like that I had a weight on top of my head for the past 4 weeks, and it
Wow.
wouldn't
Wow.
go away.
So was that like a
Wow.
major migraine? Was like worse than
No, no,
migraine?
no. It just felt like a weight was on top of my head all the time.
Oh, a big weight. Oh,
So it's
wow.
You
just like
know,
a
Weight. It just
sensation
Yeah,
wouldn't go away.
of heaviness on your
happiness.
head.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yes.
Gee, I
Wow.
haven't heard of that symptom before. Wow, that's
And if
interesting.
I try to lay down, about 5 minutes later, I'm hacking that crap out of my lungs. So that's why I never had any lung problems.
Oh,
So you couldn't really lay down, period. You're just, yeah.
I sat in my chair that's in the kitchen where I'm at right now, and I got some sleep sitting up.
Wow.
But
Sorry to
it,
hear that.
it was
Yeah.
terrible, man. I hope I never get that bullshit again.
Oh, we hope we don't either. And like I said, I wouldn't wish it on our worst enemies. It is terrible. It is absolutely horrendous. Yeah. Having that feeling of helplessness when you're like, in the middle of, being it's almost like being immobilized and you're being held
Yep.
down. Yeah, it's really it's painful. It's very painful.
It
So,
was it was
yeah.
very miserable. Your taste bugs are gone. Everything tastes like crap.
yeah, that's
Oh,
what I had.
everything.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
had
have.
that too.
I didn't
Yeah.
even want to eat really. I had almost no appetite
Yeah,
for
same
Oh
here.
anything.
no, we drank fluid. And that was it. We drank fluids the majority of the time, and even that was
Yeah.
hard to keep down. But I know we didn't really eat much. I mean, if any. I know that's what it was like for those weeks. Yeah, very, very bad.
Yeah, I
Uh,
drink a lot of water to stay hydrated.
Mhm.
And I'd make
yeah,
myself a cup of tea every once in a while, just to break up the monotony kind of thing.
Yep.
But
yeah.
yeah,
Even Lemon Pie said he had fatigue and fever only, so he was lucky. I'd say you were very lucky indeed, Lemon, if you had just that, the fever and the
Yeah,
fatigue. Yeah, for
well,
I
sure.
had fever, the
that was
pain, the heaviness.
Yeah,
wasn't that the crazy thing about the disease? It was like some people have such mild symptoms they'd hardly notice it, like a mild flu, and other people, well, of course, we know what happened to some other unfortunate people on the other end of the spectrum, right? It was like,
yeah.
you know, it was like,
Well, it's
lights
either
out, you know.
yeah, it's like you had yeah, it's like you had either you were in the minority where it didn't really affect you as much, but you felt like it was a form of flu. And that's on one extreme. And then you had sort of a middle, there were some people that did have a middle reaction. Like a few of my cousins, they felt, either, some days they felt really sluggish and really felt like they were mowed down by a tractor trailer or something. And then, the next day they would feel okay, but then it go back to the same old sluggish feeling again. So it was like going back and forth. So they were kind of like in the middle. That was some of my cousins were that way. And then there was the extreme, like my mom and dad and ourselves, like I just said, me and Suzanne, we were at that other extreme where we felt like we were going to die. We didn't even know what was going to happen to us.
I had that
So,
feeling too.
yeah, and I mean, it was the scariest feeling. Booker said he traveled to Aruba during the dark times. That was an interesting trip. Well, I would imagine it was because you
You
wouldn't have a
were
lot of people there.
you were actually allowed to travel? Like, wow, I'm amazed actually, because
Well, that's what he said. He
man,
traveled to Aruba.
they sure curtailed the traveling around this part of the world. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Last year, Peter died from the COVID virus.
Yeah, one of her closest friends that was he was a bartender. He passed away from the dreaded COVID. So yeah,
Oh, boy, wow.
yeah, last year. He was one of the 30 among our friends and family that passed away. So yeah, and that
Wow,
was from that.
that's really
So
scary. Wow.
absolutely. Lemon, are you saying your grandfather at the time? He says, I think I caught it from my grandfather. Is that what the GF is?
I think
Or
he's meant.
girlfriend?
I think he meant girlfriend,
She is the
probably.
girlfriend.
His girlfriend. I don't know.
Well, that'd be
I'm
more
reading it,
likely,
trying
'cause
to
you're-
understand.
I'm just guessing you're probably more intimate with
His
your
girlfriend,
girlfriend than you are your
okay.
grandfather. At least I hope so.
His grandfather.
Friend.
Oh, I couldn't resist
Oh,
that.
Grandpa
sorry,
just don't cut the muffin.
Oh, you set me up there, Mikey. You set me up. Boy, yeah. It's like, dude,
Oh.
where's the drum? I need the drum snare.
sorry.
Tadoosh, you know, the cymbal. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Lemon. Your girlfriend. Okay.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Lemon. I'm sure Lemon
And,
probably get a laugh out of that too. Actually.
Yeah, and Booker explained it. He said, yes, the testing and isolation were interesting on an island that 90% of the
Oh.
population works in tourism. Why
Oh
would
wow.
they so? Oh my God. Who reads GF's grandfather, LOL? Oh, well, this guy.
Yeah, so
This
it's the
guy right
girlfriend.
here.
George.
I want to say thank you. I needed a good laugh today, Mikey, and that was a
Oh
good
my
one.
God. Oh,
Thank you.
jeez. I wish Gorilla was here too. I hope and pray that he's
Yeah.
feeling better. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too bad we can't clip that one. Grandfather.
Oh
Jesus,
boy.
that is insane.
That was a good
Yeah.
one.
So Jim, I was going to ask you something more positive. So, what do you have planned for the holidays this year, or what's your future? What are you going to do?
Right now, I just work every day. That's basically what I do. I
Are
go
you going
day
to
by
work the
day.
holidays though? Are you going to work the holidays?
Well, if I'm out there snowplowing, I have to.
Oh, even
Think about it.
Christmas? Oh, come on! Don't you get a break?
I have snowplowed on Christmas for 24 hours. Many
Wow.
times. Yep.
Well, the thing is, Mother Nature don't care when it's going to snow. She says, "Oh, I don't care what you humans want. I'm going to dump a big load of snow on your head."
You got it.
Yeah,
And
I'm going to
I-
dump a load on you.
Man,
Yeah.
the thing is, you got to make that money while it's available, right? You know, you got to
Right.
get out there and plow, you know, till your brains fall out,
We-
right? Kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, we had the same issues there, Booker, because here in Canada, we get some visitors,
Oh.
and that was difficult when they had to close the entire border with the United States. Everything was just completely closed down. That was rough on tourism. I will agree with you. It was. I know for Aruba, it's you said it was the reopen was an economic necessity, right? So it would probably be determined by the tourist industry in the Caribbean, because I believe Aruba's pretty close to that, right? So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Aruba, Jamaica, come on, let me take you. Oh boy, you and the Beach Boys, Lemon. Oh boy. No, Mikey, snowplows don't get breaks. Mother Nature is a tough mistress.
You
Oh,
got
no,
it.
I agree with you, Brad.
Well, she is indeed. Since we were just talking about a certain virus, and then we went to snowfall, so Mother Nature ain't going to play no favorites. She's going to treat us all pretty much
No.
equal, you know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he said, I never had to be locked down. I was deemed essential, as was my wife, but for a different reason. Oh, okay, essential.
I'm not even going to speculate on what that means, but so hey, how did they get tourists to come to Aruba though, when a lot of countries like Canada weren't letting people fly out of here? You know.
They weren't even letting
wasn't
people
easy.
in. They weren't even
Oh,
letting
you know what I
people
mean,
fly
though. Like,
out.
well, let's put it this way: the Kelowna Airport here, Mikey, is one of the
Yeah.
major airports in
It is.
Canada.
It is.
And
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of different airlines that have their jets parked there, and Well, I just went out in June with my cousin to see that concert in Vancouver, right, Mikey? I
Yeah, of
told you all
course.
about that, and
Yes.
it's just like there was like no flights. I mean, because I'm at a I'm like probably about 5 miles away from the where the planes fly over. They have their path, right? They're when they
Right.
take off from the airport, they fly over the mountains and over the lake and whatnot. And so I can hear them anytime a big jet flies out. I can hear it even when my windows
Ooh,
closed because
excuse
those
me.
suckers are loud, right? And I remember the year for probably a couple of years there when we were at the height of it. There was no planes flying. Like it was just silent. Like the airport basically shut down, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And now the
So
average day, I maybe hear half a dozen jets flying out every day when I'm working.
yeah.
So yeah, it's back in business now, but it was really quiet there
Thank,
for a few years.
thankfully, yeah, thankfully. The thing that is not really back in service though, which they ended up doing this. I don't know if they've done it in your area there in Vancouver or Kelowna, but here in Toronto, they immediately closed pretty much all of the essential government offices, things that you would have to use if you wanted to get a Canadian ID, if you're a transplant or an immigrant from another country. They practically closed all that off.
Huh.
They don't want to accept anybody to walk in the door. You know, I mean, they're starting to lighten that restriction a little bit, but it's still it's still uh, restrictive to an extent. And I
Okay.
know they're doing the same thing for passports. They were doing the same thing for other services. All the government,
Yeah,
yeah,
we,
they were
we
just being a pain in the arse. Yeah,
we got the Canada, the Canadian government, whatever the hell they call it, I can't remember, right in the downtown here, right? And I
yeah,
went in there about 2 years ago to get some information, and it was fully open then. Like there was like a whole bunch of people sitting there, like maybe 50, 60 people all waiting to see somebody when I went there.
right.
So it seemed to be running here at the time. Like I don't know, that seems a bit strange that it'd be so different out there in Ontario, Mikey. But
Or that it could be different in different provinces. Because I heard other things from like Saskatchewan. I heard things from even Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, where Suzanne comes from. They had some different restrictions, things that were happening in
mm,
different areas. It was weird. I'm
I
like,
guess it might
you would
depend
think,
on how bad things were in a different area, perhaps.
yeah,
Because I
maybe.
know
Well,
some
you
areas
would
got
think
hit
they'd
hard.
stay uniform. Well, I would think they would have some kind of uniformity for the entire country. If you were going to
Well, if it's
restrict
a but
certain things here, they should do
if
that.
it's a federal office should be open across the country. It should be. That's why I'm
Right.
a bit puzzled actually from what you're saying. Because I
Yeah,
mean, I
well,
went in. I think it was about 2 years ago. It was something I wanted to try and get some information
yeah.
about income tax or something. I mean I can't remember now specifically. Right? It's all
Right.
vague in my memory, but um, I sat there and oh, it was horrible. You're sitting there for like an hour and a half waiting to see a guy, a man or a woman, whoever is going to help
Yeah.
you behind the counter, right? And there's like 60 of us. We're all sitting there in crappy, uncomfortable chairs, twiddling our thumbs. I'm thinking, oh, I please wish I wasn't here today, but I
Oh, of
was,
course.
and
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much a full house then, right? Like they were letting
Oh,
people in
yeah.
bit by bit by bit because they only have so much room, right? So,
Well, this last time, I wanted to mention this too, real quick, before we move on to another subject. Um,
sure.
Suzanne, when she went in for her second shot, when she went in there, I swear to God, I felt like it was back in the Middle East. The entire clinic that she had to go to get this shot done was full of foreigners. She was one of only maybe three or four regular native Canadians in the building. Everybody else was a foreigner or from some other nation, not even from Canada. I mean, it was ridiculous. I felt like I was in a third world country. I started walking, I sat down and I'm sitting among people, and it's just insane. And I'm like, when is my wife going to get helped? And you see all these other, like I said, immigrants and foreigners all crowding into this whole place is full, and they're not wearing masks, right? So you would have
Mhm.
thought by that point you're thinking, okay, there's no normal COVID, nothing exists like that, but it's supposed to come back. Some people said that's back in a different, to a different variant or something.
Actually,
And
when I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine with my cousin
yeah,
like 3 or 4 weeks ago now, Mikey,
hmm
he
yeah,
actually emailed me that he had been in contact with somebody that had COVID the day before.
again, wow,
Again, this is like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
oh Jesus,
So he warned me. He said, I'm good if you want to cancel. We
yeah,
can. And I said, no, let's go for it. I think if you just came in contact briefly, you're probably good. And
yeah,
I seem to be pretty good at fighting this thing off because I've never got really sick. And I said, besides, how many people in the theater when we go there tonight or tomorrow night could possibly have been in contact with people just like that, right? Half of them could be in there with COVID. I
half
wouldn't know.
half could
So I
like
said, "Yep."
half the
So I
it's like
told
half
him,
the theater could be full.
I
Okay,
said, Deadpool's so cool. Besides, this was like probably the last week because the theater we were going to go to
yeah,
finished the day before. It was gone.
right,
And this was the
gone.
last theater we could see it at, right? I said,
Yes,
Mark, if we don't go tomorrow night on Friday night and see it, you're not going to get to see it in the theater. You're going to miss out, man, because it'll be gone everywhere. And I think it
it'll be
is
gone
now.
everywhere
'Cause now everybody's hitting the streaming services that are doing reviews on YouTube here,
because they
right?
want to see it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
glad we went, and I felt fine ever since. I mean, I don't think I got contracted anything, other than probably slight cholesterol problems from eating that butter popcorn that night. But that's probably about it, right? So
Yeah. So let's catch up on the chat here for a moment. So Booger says before that trip, pretty much all he knew about Aruba was the Kokomo song by the Beach Boys. That's cute. Lemon says, "Do you recommend Aruba 414?" And he says the airlines wanted to make money, so the transmission methods or distances needed to change. Lemon says here in Texas, we never were locked down. For a period, masks were enforced by businesses, not so much by the police, but not all businesses. And
that
then Booger says, yeah, then Booger says everything was made up as we went along. There was no rhyme or reason to any of it. And then Brad Wolf has to go. He said, okay, everyone, I've got to go. Enjoy the rest of the stream. It's good to see you, Brad Wolf
yeah,
07, and my brother, and I'm glad that you came
yeah.
to be with us.
Have a
And
good
Booger
night, Brad
says,
Wolf.
yeah. And then Booger says it would be sort of hard to isolate in our local
Hi,
theaters
Brad.
as they now have reserved seats by number. Oh, there's Jim. Oh, Jim, are you afraid to show yourself?
Oh my goodness, Jim's flashing himself at us. Oh no.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh man.
Oh
Boy.
my God.
Nope.
Oh, Booger. Yeah, no, I,
Okay.
I totally get it. I understand.
I just
Um,
want to follow up on what was it Lemon in Texas was saying there. Um, that was pretty much my experience here in BC. It was like they wanted you to wear a mask if you were going indoors to a public space, right? Like supermarkets, etc., etc. That's when the only time I generally had to put a mask on was when I went grocery shopping, right? And other than that, if you're walking around outside, it wasn't mandatory. It was just if you were in a confined area, like with 100 people in a grocery store, all up and down those lovely narrow aisles they love to cram us into, right? Of course, you'd want to put them. Oh, the thing is, in Canada, Canadians are generally pretty civic minded. We kind of like to look after each other, and we kind of and
don't
we're
die on me there, Jim.
no, but we don't really
I just
mind.
have frog in my throat.
It's like
Oh,
if I
okay.
have to put if I have to put a mask on for 30 minutes to buy my groceries, I don't really have a problem with that, right? Like, and I hate masks
Exactly.
because I have very I have respiratory challenges, right? I have a very sensitive upper respiratory system since I was a kid. So if I got to wear a mask more than like half an hour, I start to feel like I'm suffocating, right?
Well,
So I don't like to
I
do it for too long. But
right.
there's no big deal here.
Oh, no.
There was
What
no
was that?
lockdown. There was no
Yeah,
lockdown. I mean, I said, it's just what Lemon said. It's pretty much the same here. What happened?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know. Yeah, one last thing I wanted to say about it before we move on. The one last thing is that I know this for a fact because we kept in touch with our folks during the period, and they said, well, we didn't start distancing until you guys started distancing first. So they actually were following us up here in Canada when we closed all the borders and closed off and made our flights limited into the country, into the United States, and vice versa. My parents were saying they were starting to do the distancing and all that stuff just after we did. So Canada actually took the reins, went first. They started doing the distancing. Then they did their, by the meters, and then they did the mask everywhere. And they said you had to use it in major business, government offices. You have to use it on the TTC, which is our transit system. You had to use all of that. So we all had that advancement. And then when we got the shots came to us first. And we got like first we had the J&J, Johnson Johnson. Then we had the Pfizer, which is what Suzanne and I took first. Then we took Moderna. That was the next one we took. And we were getting all of our shots just before my parents were. And my parents were getting it probably less than a week after we got ours. So it was pretty quick. I mean, everybody was starting to get their, injections and things like that to protect themselves. Um, and so, I mean, that's the way it was going, in the interim. And then now it's, a little less restrictive, but still you still see people wearing masks all the time. Foreigners mostly. I don't see
Hey,
any of
Jack.
what I call the white Canadians that they don't usually wear a lot of the masks. It's the foreigners that wear the masks. So I still see that.
I actually rarely see a mask anymore. Like,
Mm.
if I go out, I can go out a dozen times shopping or running errands around the community, putting gas in my car, whatever. If I go
Right.
out a dozen times, I might see somebody with a mask maybe 2 or 3
Yeah.
times out of 12,
Hmm.
I really rarely see it around. But maybe I think my community is exceptional, though. It's because it's
It
a
must
small
be.
enough city. Well, 170,000 approximately. We don't have some of the stuff going on in the larger centers like you do,
Yeah.
perhaps, Mikey.
It, it
Um,
it must be. And just to finish the chat here, so Booger says, as cynical as I am, there were good reasons for some of the psyops. History will look back on those days as a complicated time. He also says, I have one doctor's office where I still have to wear a mask, but if you forget it, you can walk in and they will give you one. Yeah, hospitals here, especially in the Toronto area, are really good about that. They will always have a mask ready, at hand, ready to give to you as soon as you walk in the door. It's mandatory now. It's required to
yeah,
always
Kelowna.
wear a mask if you're in a hospital.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Kelowna General brought the mask thing in back some months ago because I
Yes.
forget
Yeah.
I had to go there for some test about 4 or 5 months back, and
Yeah.
they give you a mask right at the door when you walk in. Right?
Got to.
They're
Got
really
to.
great that way because the government just mandated it again, like because the healthcare facility you can't afford to get healthcare workers sick, right? I
Right.
totally get it, right? So I have no problem wearing that little, mask
We
for like the time
no,
I'm in
there
there.
we got backups here that we can take with us and wear if we have to. Uh, Booger said they briefly had a small industry making fashion masks. Lots of places were selling them.
I
And
remember
he
that.
also said,
Yeah.
yeah, and he also said he saw a guy today walking along on the sidewalk wearing a mask on his chin.
Jesus
Okay.
H. Bishop. That shit, and people in their car by themselves wearing a mask. Fucking hell. Oh my god, it's a fluffy puppy.
I do wish people would realize that they don't actually breathe in and out through their chin, so they might want to raise
Right.
the mask up to like above nose level. But
Yeah.
you gotta wonder, right? You gotta wonder.
Gotta wonder. Have you put one on your doggies before, Jim? Have you ever put mask on your doggies?
Oh, I gotta see
I
that.
put a mask on you, but I could, but you're too damn far away. Ah!
Oh. But that dog is so cute. That dog looks like it would be named Amber.
Ah, ah, ah,
That is a perfect name for like a Cocker Spaniel looking dog. A girl Cocker
how
Spaniel.
cute.
So it's
Her name is
Amber.
Cuddles.
Hey Raquel, have you ever put a mask on Pumpkin?
No,
Okay.
No, Pumpkin would like try to take her hand off.
she'll immediately take it off.
Pumpkin is red pilled and she will not have it.
She'd
No.
try to
I'm
eat
purple
through it
pilled.
probably. If it's a plastic mask or a thread one. Yeah.
No, she'll just simply take it off.
She would just simply take it off. Yeah. We
Yeah.
never did that to our own cats because you know,
There's
they
never a lot.
usually usually with Deja Vu, she'll throw up because she eats we give her, only a few little treats, but she eats them so fast, she scarfs them down. And when she goes to eat her own dry food, it's like she goes like this, and then she constantly does it because she thinks she's going to run out of food. She thinks she's always starving. And her older sister, Moon Pie, is like going, hey, wait, let me eat too. You can't just scarf all of that down by yourself. And like I said, when she does, and she gets sick, and then she just like throws up, and it's terrible. The poor, yeah, like "Bleh," like that. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. And Lemon
When
says the chin is where germs get in. Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, that's a funny one there, Lemon. Okay. All right, so
Huh?
I want to let you guys know that our next event coming up will be this Friday. Like I said, we'll be doing the last four movies of the originals, from Beneath the Planet of the Apes all the way to Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And then the following Friday on the 18th, we'll cover the last three prequels, which go from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes up to the current one, which is the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I asked Brad Wolf when he was here earlier if you wanted to come up on the panel that Friday, which is the 18th, um, that Friday night. He said he might, but he wasn't sure. So I said, well, that's fine. But even if you're in the chat, that's fine too. And I don't think, even if you like say spoilers, I think people have seen it already. And Suzanne and I are just going to wait till it comes out on DVD. So it's not a big deal for us. I mean, we've seen the other 9 movies, even the recent one before that Kingdom one. So yeah, that's not going to bother us. But that's what's coming up as far as streams. And PvP did suggest we do a stream, so we'll do a stream too on the 14th, this coming Monday, for Canadian Thanksgiving, so you guys can celebrate us Canadians. Woohoo! Yeah, so we can do that. Let's see. The remaining mice will be hunted down. Oh, the remaining mice will be hunted down from Sith Master Deja Vu.
That's so cute. I love that.
Isn't that cute?
I'm picturing the
Sith
cat wearing like a
Lord.
little, having like a little red saber and shit. Oh my god, I love it.
I know.
love it so
And
much.
I can say, Deja Vu, are you a Sith Lord? Yeah, a Sith cat.
Deja Vu deals in absolutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, they deal in absolutes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, we still have 4 people watching, so that is totally cool. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming up here on the panel and gracing us with your wonderful presence. And like I said, we've got some streams also coming up for the remaining holidays, for Halloween, for American Thanksgiving, as well as Christmas, Christmas Eve, and Christmas and New Year's Eve. So and Boxing Day. Hey, PvP, you join me on Boxing Day. We can do a stream for Boxing Day.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I could probably do a stream saying how I didn't bother shopping that day because Black Friday killed Boxing Day years ago. Damn it.
Ah, that's what Suzanne said. She says it's like a horrendous form of Black Friday, and I'm like, ah, no.
Well, the thing is, Boxing Day used to be awesome. Like even like maybe 10 years back, right? I could go to a place like Walmart and I'd be getting $20 DVDs for like
Oh my
$4 or
God.
$5, right? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like
Yes.
75% off.
Right.
I haven't bothered with Boxing Day for about 4 years now because I think the last time
Oh,
I went out, I went to like Best Buy, I went to Walmart. I was looking around on the shelves. This is Boxing Day,
we haven't even
and I'm
done
looking
Boxing
at
Day,
it,
have we?
and there's
Ever
like
since we moved back here.
You went to
Yeah.
Walmart.
there were no good deals. Like there were just no good
We,
deals at all.
well, we
You
had
know?
some good deals. Well, like I said, we had good deals when she first brought me up here back in 2017.
Oh,
That Christmas Eve, we stayed home, had dinner. Same thing for Christmas Day. We didn't even dare go outside on Boxing Day. She said, "Oh, do not even do it. No, no downtown, nothing." We did all of our pre-shopping beforehand, so we didn't have to do anything at all on Boxing Day. But we
Yeah.
did go downtown that year for New Year's Eve. We'll never do that again. That was a nightmare. There was over
Yeah.
100,000 people out on the street at one time.
I
And
don't get it.
imagine the two
Yeah.
of us in walkers trying to get through these people going downstairs, at which,
Yeah.
no
Well,
access. And I'm like,
I'm fortunate enough I don't even need to use a walker yet. Like I'm still pretty
thank God you
mobile
don't.
that way. Even though I got
Yeah,
lots
thank
of my
God you
aches
don't.
and pains and my mobility isn't as good
Yeah,
as it was say 10 years ago, definitely not. But
definitely not.
it's
Right.
like it, either Black Friday or Boxing Day, they're pretty much the same thing. You
Yeah.
basically are going to have hundreds, if not thousands, of crazy people trying to save like $50, risking their lives in a mob scene of insanity. And it's like, yeah, and oh, parking. Tell me about parking, eh? Maybe you end up parking half a mile away from the store, you know,
I
on that
good
day.
with
It's
that.
like I don't need it. Like I
There you
don't need to
go.
save $200 on a television because I've already got a television that's perfectly fine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Right.
they
So,
hype. It's all about the hype, hype, hype. Oh, you can't miss Black Friday. Oh, you can't miss Boxing Day, or you're a loser. It's like, no, I don't need to take any of your advice from some corporate stranger shill who's trying to control my mind. It's like, go away,
PD.
please.
It's like
Christmas
that
should be
line
about
from Fight
having
Club.
fun.
It's
Should
like
be
that
about
line
having
from
fun.
Fight
Yeah,
Club
Fight
where
Club.
you go broke
No, I'm
buying
too old for
stuff to
Fight Club.
impress people you don't even like.
I'm too old for Fight
Yeah.
Club.
Remember, the first rule in Fight Club
Uh,
is you don't mention Fight Club.
oh no, she's mentioned Fight Club. Well, we're screwed now.
Okay, fine. In a movie that shall not be named, he mentioned that we have a tendency to buy things that we don't need to impress people we don't even like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you've heard? Have you any heard that monkey song, Pleasant Valley Sunday?
Oh my god, I
It,
haven't
it
heard
has
it
a
in
line.
years.
It has a line in it
Pleasant
about
Valley
Sunday,
Sunday,
and then it,
charcoal burning everywhere.
and
Yeah.
it has that line about impressing people, like Moria
Yeah.
just mentioned, Mikey, right?
I'm never
And
listened
I
to that.
honestly never took my name from that song, even though a lot of people mistakenly think I did. I
Why?
just Well, I
Ah,
took it from my hometown. I lived on a road called Pleasant Valley Road.
Yeah.
ooh.
So, and I live in a valley that is beautiful and very pleasant, and kind of like the south of France in the summer when they're growing all the grapes and stuff, right?
Nice.
For the
Nice.
wine, the world award winning wine, because we actually take France on now. We've actually beaten them in some competitions.
Ooh. You're
Yeah,
you're
That's
taking on
we're getting
Alsace
good.
Lorraine?
Oh
Really?
yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have
Wow.
some award
Okay.
winning wines. So anyway,
That's
just saying,
fighting
that's
words with
why
those
I
French,
called it.
man.
I called it Pleasant Valley, and
French,
after
French.
my road, and then Valley because it's a Pleasant Valley. So Pleasant Valley.
There you go. There you
You know.
go. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and wrap things up. So, first of all, let's thank
Yeah, it's getting late there.
Anchorman for being here tonight. Remember to check him out. He's got some good content on his channel, and of course, he's going to keep the red R2D2 in trend right now through Halloween. I'm assuming. He was dressed up earlier. We saw him dressed up as Spider-Man, so I thought that was cute. That was pretty
That was
cool.
Deadpool, wasn't it?
Yeah, Deadpool was it Deadpool? I thought it was
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I said it was Deadpool.
You did? Okay.
Brain.
I
What
wasn't
is
mistaken.
brain?
Brain. What is brain? It was a brain freeze. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Deadpool, Anchorman. You looked really good though in that Deadpool. Yes, you did. Let's thank Lemon Pie for being here and
Hey, Lemon.
for being the master moderator that he is. Thank Jim for being a part of the panel and for being here tonight. Don't forget his streams, Star Trek fan films like The Breach 2. He's
Oh,
got
dink.
those. Oh, you think it's out there? So go to his site and watch his fan films and hit the like, subscribe, share them. Make sure you hit your notification bell because he has over 8,000 subscribers. Now, Jim, tell us when you reach 10,000, what are you going to do when you reach 10,000?
Jump up and down for joy, but I can't jump up and down for joy because I need crutches to do that.
Well, are you going to do something special like a giveaway or something?
I don't know. I was thinking about it today. Gorilla sent me a song about me
Oh, wow.
days ago.
You did? Oh,
Gorilla's
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Gorilla's making
Would you
songs
like to
about
hear it?
everybody. Yes, we'd love to
I'd
hear
love
it.
to hear it. Post it. Yeah, we'll put it in.
Yeah,
ahead.
cool.
We'll keep doing your thing, and I'll find it for you.
Okay, I will. So yeah, thank you, Jim, and thank you, Moira Kitty, meow meow, for being here today, and Miss Frosty, a beautiful day from Tennessee, and Booger 414 and his beautiful wife with the Order of Water Buffaloes there in Bedrock,
He's the grand
and
poobah.
Sashi, our future time traveler from Malaysia, and of course Miss Raquel, meow meow.
Meow.
She has her watch parties and she's going to be doing some holiday special streams this year till the end
Gaming
of the
stuff.
year.
Gaming stuff too.
Yes, Canadian stuff too. And we'll also
No,
be
gaming.
doing
Gaming.
oh gaming. Sorry. My hearing.
Can't hear him.
My hearing failed.
His ears.
I thought my hearing failed. I was like, did is it Canadian? What the fuck?
My hearing
No, I
is a
say
Canadian
gaming.
thing. It's selective hearing.
Well, you see when Mikey falls asleep at night, our government has a secret speaker in his pillow. It's slowly brainwashing him to think more Canadian every
and
week.
less
Right?
and less American. Yeah.
That's right.
My bad. But
Freaking Canadian.
Raquel has a great gaming
Oh,
channel. She
God.
does Elder Scrolls. She done and check that out in Arkham, right? Sometimes so.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham
Elder
Knights,
Scrolls
okay.
Online, Gotham Knights.
Elder Scrolls, Gotham Knights. Okay. Oh, and your watch parties on Wednesdays. So make sure you check that out with your main channel.
Well,
Also,
usually
Brad Wolf 07.
Thursdays.
And thank you, PvP, for being on the panel with us tonight. And thank you, Gorilla, for visiting. I hope you feel better, my brother. Hopefully, we'll see you on Friday night with Walton stream. And then Booker, yeah, appreciate you being here, Booker. And yeah, I think that's everybody. And yeah, there's Raquel's main channel. And let's see. Yep. And then also there's her gaming channel.
Mm-hmm.
And Lemon Pie says Northwest United States makes some amazing wine, so I'm sure British Columbia does too. Well, and don't forget, there's Northern California that makes wine too. They have really good vineyards there, just outside of San Francisco, usually within
Yeah.
less than 25 miles. And there's this one in California I've been to a few times called Asti, spelled ASTI, one of the most awesome vineyards in the entire state of California. So
Yeah,
definitely.
I'd have to do a bit of research to feel confident, but I know that we have produced award-winning wines over the last 10 or 20 years because, well, the thing
Yeah.
is, the Okanagan used to be tree fruits when I was a kid, right? It was like apples and pears and apricots, and that was the main industry as far as the orchards here, right? And
Yeah.
they still grow a lot of that. I mean, there's still a lot of that fresh fruit in the store, right? 3 blocks away from me, right? If I want to go buy it.
Okay.
But since
And
became
sorry.
wine became much more profitable. So a lot of those old trees, as they were aging, got ripped out, right? And they planted vineyards in their place, Mikey. So
Oh, wow.
that's
Cool.
when the whole wine industry took off. It's probably a good 20 years now. But we have
There
like
you go.
the tourists are here every summer for the wine tours and
I
all that
used
kind of
to,
good stuff, right? So yeah.
I was a
Anyway,
red wine drinker. I loved red wine.
anyway,
Sometimes white, but I really enjoyed red. That was all about me. The Merlots and everything. I love that stuff.
well, you
That's great. It
probably
was great at the time.
you'd probably have great time on a wine tour here, actually.
I would. I would.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Lemon Pie has also advertised Moira Kitty's channel, and he's also taking care of Jim's landscape channel. So make sure you check out both of their channels for, like we said, for Jim for his fan films, and for Miss Moira for her watch parties and her streams. That may be political in nature, but they're essential, they're educational, and she does her research. So make sure you check that out. And then don't forget Anchorman. Anchorman, he does some watch parties. He also does reviews of films with our friend Blue. So make sure you check out his channel. Now we're going to go ahead and play Jim's thing.
There's a man in the suburbs, his name is Jim. He's out on the grass with a mower that hums. With his cap on backwards, he's got his game. But this lawn ain't the only frontier he claims. While the blades spin fast, he dreams away of the final frontier of Kurt's great sway. On weekends, he's not trimming hedges or shrubs. He's in a homemade fridge with his tracker club. Jim the lawnmower trekker, he's bold and he's true. With a phaser in hand and a mower or two. In the daylight he's mowing, in the starlight he flies, making Star Trek fan films under endless skies. He's got cardboard sets and a crew that's small, but in his heart they're the best of them all. He's got a red shirt he wears with pride, playing Admiral Boone, leading Starship rides. The neighbors all laugh, but Jim doesn't care. His Starfleet's the strongest anywhere. He trims the bushes with precision so fine, then he's off to warp speed, crossing space and time. Jim the lawnmower trekker, he's bold and he's true. With a phaser in hand and a mower or two. In the daylight he's mowing, in the starlight he flies, making Star Trek fan films under endless skies. Jim the lawnmower trekker, he's bold and he's true. With a phaser in hand and a mower or two. In the daylight he's mowing, in the starlight he flies, making Star Trek fan films under endless skies. Jim the lawnmower trekker, he's bold and he's true. With a phaser in hand and a mower or two. In the daylight he's mowing, in the starlight he flies, making Star Trek fan films under endless skies. He's got cardboard sets and a crew that's small, but in his heart they're the best of them all. With a phaser in hand and a mower or two. In the daylight he's mowing, in the starlight he flies, making Star Trek fan films under endless skies. He's got cardboard sets and a crew that's small, but endless skies. He's got cardboard sets and a crew that's small, but in his heart they're the best of them all. But in his heart they're the best of them all. He's got cardboard sets and a crew that's small, but in his heart they're the best of them all. He's got a red shirt he wears with pride, playing Admiral Boone, leading Starship rides. The neighbors all laugh, but Jim doesn't care. His Starfleet's the strongest anywhere. He trims the bushes with precision so fine, then he's off to warp speed, crossing space and time. Jim the labor's the trim, he calls with a grin. In his two worlds, he's always all in. He'll boldly go where the grass won't grow, and on weekends, he's the star of the show. Jim's living his dream, both grounded and far, with a lawnmower and a cardboard star. The blades keep turning and so does his dream, in the heart of Jim, the lawn mowing king. Jim the lawnmower trekker, he's bold and he's true. With a phaser in hand and a mower or two. In the daylight he's mowing, in the starlight he flies, making Star Trek fan films under endless skies. Jim the man with the star in his eyes, long by day, space by night, reaching for the sky.
That is awesome. Wow. That was amazing.
The problem is we don't have cardboard sets. We have green screens. And there's never ever going to be an Admiral Boone.
Well, maybe someday. he might have just given you some incentive to change it.
Well,
So-
the mowing part I like. I wish I had a phaser. I can sit there and mow with the phaser, be a hell of a lot faster.
with the phaser,
And
right?
then ride the damn lawnmower all damn day.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Shrubs. If you need to get rid of shrubs full of lice or or aphids or something, you just phaser it and it disappears, and then you got it cleared out.
No, Booger. Do you see a
Instant lawn care.
Booger? Do you see a cardboard set behind me? I got green screens. Green screens.
Yeah. And Booger says sorry, had to leave the chat for a bit, but he's back. And Lemon says, that's great. And he says, wait, Jim has actual cardboard sets? Oh, and hey, hi, Mikey.
Hey, what's
Hello,
up?
Charlotte Nightstar the werewolf.
Oh,
How
hi,
are you,
Charlotte.
sweetie? She's our silent hostess with the mostest.
I don't remember
she
Charlotte.
And she does watch parties on Saturdays and Sunday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern. She recently did 9.5 weeks with Kim Basinger and Mickey Rourke for me for my birthday. So thank you, Charlotte. Wonderful to see you, honey. It really is great to see you in the chat here tonight. We were just about ready to finish, so let's see. Let's go first to our friend here. All right, Anchorman, if you're available, do you want to tell us what you got coming up in the future for yourself?
I'm doing the Cleveland show review on the Halloween special,
Okay.
and probably Friday the 13th, the second part 2. And for 2025, I might review Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, fantastic. All right, cool. Is there anything you're doing with Blue anytime soon?
We're probably gonna review the Cleveland show Halloween special on his channel.
Okay, on
We were gonna
Halloween night
review Scream.
itself?
We were gonna review Scream, but I guess he pushed it to another time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is definitely great PvP. All right, Anchorman. Well, keep in touch with me, okay? And like I said, you and Blue are allowed to come this coming Friday on our on our part 2 of our Planet of the Apes franchise. So,
Okay.
I'll let you know. PvP, my friend, you got anything coming up for yourself?
Well, as far as the holidays go, which I didn't actually mention yet, nothing planned this far ahead. Of course, I'll always probably get together with my cousin and his wife sometime in the latter part of December when that rolls around. I kind of thinking maybe, because I haven't done anything with the StreamYard thing yet, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking like we all know Phantom Boomer does his movie nights like 3 nights a week, right? And
Yeah.
he never streams any of that on YouTube. He just posts a link so people can go to Cosme and watch along and just chat in the chat there, right? And I'm kind of thinking, even if I don't get my act together to do StreamYard, there's nothing to stop me from doing some like maybe some Christmas movies during December. I'm thinking because I love Christmas movies, and so I was thinking, well, I could just do an announcement. I'm going to do Cosme, next week or whatever. We're going to do this Christmas film, and if you want to join in, here's the link on Cosme, and come on and watch the movie and have a good time, right? So I'm kind of thinking that might be one option,
Yeah. Well, you know what I would love to do is since we're taking time off, we're going to go on hiatus for a month in December. Like I said, we're only running a couple streams, and we're not going to be running any webcams during the week, the weeks leading up to Christmas. After the 1st of December. But if you're doing anything in December yourself, PvP, I would more than like to join you, if you're doing some movies and whatever. So
yeah, well, I think I noticed, I think I might have a community tab on my channel now. I'm not sure. How do you get the community tab to work, though? Do you just like post like a questionnaire
what you do
or
is
something?
you just go in there. Yeah, what you do is you post in there, and then you just let people know they can click on the community tab and just look for your recent post that's in there. You can
Okay.
also post a poll in there as well. You can do a text poll or you can do a picture poll.
Oh, maybe
Either
I'll do
way.
a poll of Christmas movies that people would like to see
Mhm.
well in advance, because I'm not
Yes.
worried about Halloween, because I'm not a big Halloween guy. Like, it's not like I
Oh,
hate Halloween, but I still,
oh,
for me, Halloween is still like, you know what? I grew up in the
my
era where
wife's favorite
Halloween,
holiday.
well, Halloween was when you were a kid and you got your pillow sack and you went around and you greedy little bastard, you were, trying to get all the candy in the world, right? At least that's
Oh
what I was
yeah.
doing back then.
Yeah,
But
we didn't even check for small objects back then, did we, inside the
No.
oh
candy?
well, no, when I was, yeah,
Started
None of
in
us
the
did.
90s.
None of
maybe
us
not
did.
in the early '60s, but by the mid '60s, people were cutting those apples open. Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
'Cause, yeah, we had some of that happen even in my small town back then.
Right.
Um,
All
but
right, Jim.
yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Jim,
I lost
what have
my
you
train of
got
thought,
coming
so
up,
go
my
ahead.
friend? Yep.
Well, Commodore Productions, we're always busy right now. I'm busy trying to keep lawns going and chopping leaves up. Leaf season's coming. Oh,
Yeah.
joy. I ain't going to have time even to, well, I'm not going to say it. But
Jim,
anyhow,
release yourself.
Breach 2 is out right now. Breach 3 is nearly done. I got to do Commodore Boone to get in. See, I said Commodore Boone. There ain't no Admiral Boone. There's a Commodore Boone, though. And there will be a Breach 4 coming up the
Okay.
following months, because in
Sounds good.
November, I ain't going to have time to sleep because I'll be working 7 days a week mulching damn leaves up. But
Wow.
just pop over there to the Jim's Landscape Commodore Production channel, and it's got over 1,500 videos. Check them out. And thank you very much.
And you never know what you're gonna get, right?
Keep on watching
that- is
Commodore. Keep on watching Commodore Production. You never know what you're going to see.
Never know what you're gonna see. All right,
See.
Miss Raquel. Tell us what you got coming up. Hello, sweetie. Tell us what you got coming up on your channels.
All right, on my main channel, I'm currently taking a break, but on my gaming channel, I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online. I will hopefully eventually get back into Gotham Knights and finish that. And that's really it. I do still plan to do my Halloween stream on my main channel on Halloween 31st. Costume is optional, but you also can do like an Halloween avatar if you want. And that's all I have currently planned for now.
That's great. So just don't forget that Miss Raquel and Moira, myself, will all be there on Halloween Eve on the 31st to do a Halloween stream special. And we'll also, don't forget that we are covering on the 30th of October, the day before, we're going to cover both the Addams Family and Munsters franchises as well as their movies. Just do real quick reviews and then we can talk about other things related to Halloween for those 2 days. So make sure everybody checks that out. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be advised when that comes. Miss Moira Kitty, what have you got coming up, sweetie?
Tomorrow, I think it is at 7, me and Raquel will be showing Banicula and Halloween Town.
Mm-hmm.
And Thursday, I might maybe live stream while I'm trying to work on my car because my transmission is shit.
Oh
And
no!
I know, it sucks so much.
Damn it! Oh,
I know.
I hate that.
I'm hoping I
It's a good
can
thing I don't
fix it,
drive
because
anymore.
if I can't fix it, we were probably going to have to get a refurbished one anyway. So it's one of those things where I can't make it really any worse than it already is. So, yay.
Yeah.
And if I do fix it, then yay. But
Cool.
let's see. And shit, I thought I had something else planned as well. I'm trying to remember.
Well, you're going to be there with us on the 30th and the 31st of October, right? So
Yes, absolutely.
right.
Oh,
and then you'll probably be with us hopefully on this Friday, the 11th, and Friday, the following one on the 18th, for the Planet of the Apes. So we'll be talking about those.
probably so.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that'll be cool.
And by the way, a side note, So,
Yes.
like, what kind of werewolf is she?
Oh, Charlotte Nightstar the werewolf?
Yeah.
She's the
I've never
sexy kind.
encountered a werewolf, and as a
Yeah,
cat, I
she's
should
the
be
sexy
careful.
kind, and she's our silent hostess. Curtis
Is she nice
Selby
to
knows her
cats?
very well. Yeah,
Is she friendly to cats?
very friendly to cats.
In that case, I'm subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Boom! There we
Yeah, do that.
go.
Do that for Miss Charlotte.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'll have to hiss and go hide under like furniture to get away.
Oh, maybe once in a great while she'll go, but she doesn't make noise. But she doesn't make noise.
Well, the moon's not full right now, so I should be okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Let's catch up, and then I'll finish with myself, and then we'll dart out of here. Charlotte says, I'm doing well. I hope you're all doing well as well. You missed Hellraiser last weekend, Mikey. LOL. I am not a Hellraiser person. You cannot persuade me to watch Hellraiser. I refuse to watch that. I refuse to watch that Cenobite shit. Okay.
That's too much
I
for
am
me.
not into that thing. But
Shit.
thank you, Charlotte, for thinking of me. I appreciate that. Booger says, I just got home from work. Wife said to say hi to Mikey and the gang. Thank you, Booger's wife. Appreciate that. Charlotte, Lemon says, and hi, Lemon from Charlotte. And Lemon says, Charlotte's channel. Here it is right there for you. Charlotte Nightstar, the werewolf. She and I, along with Mr. Curtis Selby, the Tired Midnight Blogger, and our friend Cyberpunk Dystopia. We all do these 2 parts of a film. We comment on it like something out of MST3K, and it's so much fun. And we do that, like I said, on Saturdays and Sundays, right around 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you check out her channel. And thank you, Lemon. And yeah, Booger says Planet of the Apes, the movie or the planet? Well, the movies. We've already talked about the planet itself
Oh,
to
boy.
start. Yeah, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. I remember that song, Booger. And
Christmas.
then I'm sorry. Go ahead, Raquel.
I still saying Night Before Christmas.
Yeah. Spider Robinson wrote about lots of weird animals. One of his characters was a weird beagle. A weird beagle. I've
A
never
weird
heard of a weird
beagle?
beagle.
Wow.
Okay, that's
I
weird.
had a beagle as a kid, but I never thought of him as turning into a weird beagle. Gosh.
And I've never heard. Well, somebody told me that adoption, those little hot dogs. That somebody
yeah.
said there was a were dachshund or a wereshund or
You're
I thought
talking
some
like
weird ass.
you're talking like a
Well,
you're
things
you're
are
talking
weird.
like a that would be a
I bit my
wouldn't that be
wiener.
a wiener wolf? Would that not be a
A
wiener
wiener
wolf?
wolf?
I got
That's
bit
it.
by one of those dogs. I don't trust them at all.
Oh my god. Oh.
They're
Yeah,
cute,
they get
though.
aggressive. When they get aggressive, they're like those little the Shar-Peis, those little tiny little Shar-Peis, or like something out of a horrifying Paris Hilton dog, those little toy dogs,
Oh
like
God, yeah.
oh my god, those things
Those
are when they
koala
get
things.
nuts. Yeah, you don't want to deal with those things.
I've
Absolutely not.
heard poodles are actually the most dangerous if you really piss them off. Like they can just
Yeah.
go into attack mode. I've heard like
Oh,
never
yeah,
had it
the
happen,
poodles.
but
Yeah. Okay, so one more time, I just want to say thank you so much, Miss Moira Kitty, Miss Raquel SSG, Mr. Fleet Admiral Jim Shepard, PvP, and Mr. Anchorman, for being here on our stream and panel tonight, as well as everybody else in the chat. We appreciate you all being here. We have 208 subscribers, so we're very happy about that.
wow.
And we're working towards
That's
250.
all?
That'll be our next goal. Yes, we're a slow channel here, Jim. You went over 8,000. Thanks a lot.
Though. That's pretty good.
Rub
You can't-
the salt into the wound, okay? Go ahead.
I'm not rubbing anything.
No, you're not
Anyway.
loving anything. You got too much. You got too much work with the leaves and the snow coming up.
Oh,
That's
man.
right. Yeah, he's got to do some leave work.
You got to keep working there, man.
Woohoo!
8,231.
There you go. There you go.
Oh god.
Okay, so actually, first of all, I normally do a prayer, but what I'm going to do right here is I just want to ask for a moment of silence, okay? For all of the victims that suffered in Hurricane Helene and hopefully people can avoid Hurricane Milton, get out safely. So, uh, if I can ask everybody to hit their mute for about 1 minute and a moment of silence, and then we'll. All right, my beloved panel, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. I just wanted to give a few seconds or, about a minute for all the victims and their families, and hopefully we can they can continue to rebuild their lives, rebuild their homes, their businesses, and whatever they lost in this past uh, natural disaster. And hopefully, Hurricane Milton won't be as damaging, won't be as devastating. I hope they can all survive that. So, in Christ's name, amen and amen.
Amen.
And also, I just want to say once again, thank you, everyone. We really do appreciate you. Uh, like I said, our next stream will be Friday night, 10:30 p.m. is what we're shooting for. I'm still committed to working with Gorilla. So whether or not he does do a Walton stream, I'll be there for him and pray for him because he is not feeling well at the moment. Make sure you also pray for Larry's mom, Beers of Adventures, because she is dying. She is in her last days, and we want to say lots of prayers that the family can uh, recover and, from this when the eventual thing happens. And also, please pray for our brother Jay Aldridge, who's in Louisiana with his beloved girlfriend Renee. Hopefully, they are continuing to be healthy and doing well themselves. So make sure we do all that for everyone. Okay. And in the immortal words, of course, of Gene Siskel of Siskel and Ebert at the movies, the aisle is now closed. And take care, everyone. God bless to all of you in the chat and on the panel here, and to all the families. And as I always like to say at the very end, peace. And we are going to finish out with we did Jim's, and I'm going to come to
Actually,
my
actually, I hate to
yes,
interrupt, Mikey, but
yeah,
if I may,
yes,
for just 1 minute, um, I emailed one of my agents I work with that is in Florida earlier today, and
yes.
I asked him due to Milton coming in landfall probably tomorrow night at some point. I said, "Do you want me to call any of your clients?" Because I said it looks like your area is going to be, hit by the storm. And I got an email back an hour later from him, and he was like, thanks for checking in." He
Yeah.
said, "Please do not make any calls for me this week. Um, my clients are right in the we're going to be directly hit by the storm." He basically told me, and
Right.
right now all of his clients are securing their homes, preparing to keep their lives, keep safe with their lives, and he did not want any calls made, and I totally get it, right? So
Yep.
I just want to say it's important to communicate with people because sometimes emergencies do come up, and I'm just glad that he let me know because I'm not making any calls for him this week due to that storm, and I did tell him to stay safe and keep in touch. So it's like the storm might seem abstract to a lot of you guys that don't have a connection at all with Florida, but since I
Right.
have a connection through work, it's like I totally get what people are going through down there. Anyway, sorry, I guess I sidetracked things, Mikey.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, we will say prayers for him as well as don't forget our friend LDG Free the Net.
Yeah,
He's
say
down there
prayers.
too, and it's
Say
getting ready to hit
yeah.
him. It's ready to
Say,
hit this area.
it's
So,
basically Central Florida, like I think it's like Saint Augustine and Jacksonville and places like
right.
that that are going to get hit head on. So yeah, if you want to say a prayer for the people of Central Florida, please do, guys.
I will. I will right now. We'll all say prayers for them. So make sure you say prayers out there, please, with love and support for all of the Central Florida people. Like I said, as well as LDG, our friend and brother. We want to make sure he's okay. And we'll finish here. Lemon says amen. Charlotte says amen. Booger says amen. Later, y'all, from Miss Raquel, and a beautiful heart from Raquel. And now we'll go ahead and we'll play this, and we'll end it out with this after this. So let's go ahead and play this wonderful thing that Gorilla gave us.
Mikey wakes with a smile each day, with Suzanne by his side. You say, you're the light to my heart that stays. Two feline friends, one named Pie, with deja vu, they never say goodbye. Gather around and feel alive. Oh, Mikey loves his sweet Suzanne. Every day makes him a better man. He's living free with moon pie and deja too. Mikey loves, and his love is true. In the evening glow, they sit close with the purring cats. Life heartily grows. Cherish moments under starry skies. Mikey does pure love never lies. With Suzanne, moon pie, and deja vu, each day begins anew. Dreams chase through. Oh, Mikey loves his sweet Suzanne. Every day makes him a better man. He's living free with moon pie and deja too. Mikey loves, and his love is true. In this world, they carve their own way, holding tight, come what may. Together they dance, hearts so light. Love echoes in the night. Oh, Mikey loves his sweet Suzanne. Every day makes him a better man. He's living free with moon pie and deja too. Mikey loves, and his love is true.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. God bless. And peace.
Meow. Meow.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.